Welcome to Free Agents, our Cypher system RPG set within the Beacon Space universe. While the faction turn deals with the giant political organizations and factions, our game looks into the Penumbra, the parts of society where light and darkness meet, deep in the shadows and cracks, the place where clients with exacting needs can claim plausible deniability and get the things done that nobody else can. Individuals within the Penumbra are the titular free agents, and a team of such will perform a mission today. Let's go down and meet our team of agents. Let's start with Whittle. Why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Whittle is an inquisitive speaker who crafts unique objects. She is an axolotl, which is a humanoid mix between an axolotl and a manta ray, standing at 4 foot tall, wearing dungarees, Wellington boots, and a bucket hat.
Awesome. And during the downtime between missions, our agents live their regular lives. What kind of life have you been living in the meantime?
As is ever the curse of the ghost of wise financial decisions, she is living a standard lifestyle.
Living in your flooded apartment on the TTGI station.
Indeed.
And next up, Cinch. Why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Finch is a clever explorer who works the system. I like to describe her as just like a lollipop chainsaw. She's like bright pink hair and kind of adorable looking, but if you get too close, you realize she's just in it for herself, and she'll stab you in the back if you're not too careful. And
Indeed.
straight up lap of luxury still. Like she's probably like it's more work to move into a standard life or couch surf than it is to just keep paying for this one. And she likes it. She liked her.
Is she more of a sit around and watch TV kind of girl, or is she out and about?
She's a tinkerer, and she kind of wanders around the station to see what kind of trouble she could get up into, or see if she can find anything else. Just to find more information or build her own little net.
Very cool. Next up, Bloodwin. What you got to tell us?
Bloodwin is a inquisitive explorer who fuses mind and machine. The strangely near human, kind of perfectly androgynous look of the member of the she would be kind of off-putting to people who aren't kind of used to seeing that. Yeah, and over the course of these missions, has gone from kind of walking around in a kind of tan tunic with a satchel over the shoulder to walking around wearing a full set of integrated environment suit and armor and carrying multiple weapons, which is an interesting direction for growth.
Our agent firmly within the uncanny valley, Bloodwin. What kind of lifestyle have you been living in the meantime?
I think probably having just come back from a quick pilgrimage back to Sihi and followed by a almost immediate mission. I think one's going to also spend the money to live luxuriously.
Costs you 500 howl. You get to live with everything you could ever want within reason on a space station in the middle of nowhere. Well, not the middle of nowhere, the middle of everything, really. And last but definitely not least, we have Seymour Valentine. What have you got to tell us?
Now, despite all the slander, Seymour does not require 7 bullets to hit a single target. I don't know what you've been told, and I don't know how you've been told it. But listen, I'm a crack shot. Some people might describe me as a lucky explorer who fights with panache. Those people don't know about my keen eye.
Very, very keen eye. Now, what's your living situation been like in the time since we last saw you?
Well, you know, there's only so many times you can wake up with a hangover in the middle of an alley before you decide to get a pretty luxurious place for yourself.
Nice lap of luxury. You've got not one but two decanters.
Yeah, you know, I double fist the brandy that we have, as one normally does with their alcoholic beverages.
Pop a cold sober and keep on rolling. Yeah, awesome. So before we get into it, everyone gain an XP for showing up. So, Bloodwin, you have already gained your XP, and congratulations on being the first agent to reach Tier 2.
Yo!
Our most experienced agent is coming on the mission today. So, what we see as it comes in, as the camera comes in, we see the episode title. There's no place like Gome. And we see the icy blue sphere hanging in space. From a distance, we hear the rumble of starship engines as our point of view is on the prow of some ship. As it rumbles and kind of a time-lapse kind of fast kind of style where you can tell that time is being accelerated. You see the sphere of the blue planet Gome growing into the center of the frame. And then we see in orbit, we see dozens of ships, colorful, bright. There's fireworks going off, interspace fireworks, giant colorful explosions of all different colors. And we see the giant orbital platform that is hosting Automacon, the biggest convention for the Aguamala Syndicate in orbit of Gome, a planet that they have recently colonized. It is, in fact, Automacon 372. It's a long running show. And as we follow the path of this spaceship in, and it docks, we see the camera, the time slows down as it finishes docking. The camera pulls back, and the door of the shuttle slams down, and inside we see our team of agents on their way to Automacon. How are you all looking, situated inside this small shuttle?
How small are we talking?
It's comfortably sized for all of you to sit. It's like it's got room for about 8 people, and there's only 5 of you, so.
It's probably sitting there like on her wrist computer, just sort of like looking through all the exhibits, somewhat excited. The idea of going to a robot show is kind of like she felt kind of lucky that the mission came up. Otherwise, she'd probably never get to go.
You've got like the event pamphlet opened up. Yeah. The camera pans across, and we see on your, is it electronic or you're holding like a physical pamphlet?
It's electronic.
Okay, yeah. So we pan across, and on your device, we see advertisements for the Robot Wars Arena. We see advertisements for the hunting grounds. We see automation workshops, and everyone is blasting you with adverts, trying to get you to come and see their thing. And primary is a Sion artisan bread stand that's currently giving you an advert. In the food cart, it's giving you directions. Yeah, every time you swipe, there's another pop-up or another flashing advertisement inviting you to come to their attraction on this giant pop-up space station for this convention.
I think Whittle is like looking over Cinch's shoulder and is like just as interested in all the new things. Being inquisitive as she is, she's like taking in with interest all of the like various attractions that she's not very used to. Since this is, I think, like timeline wise, probably one of the first Automacons that like Queltel and Tarot have been officially allowed to go to.
Yeah, very much so.
Seymour is absolutely drinking some of the time wine that apparently little Maro Yaddle has, so, you know.
I think Blogman is kind of another one who's kind of very interested in what's going on, probably less as a particularly kind of technically focused, but more as a kind of interesting experiences, new things to learn type deal. But I think that's kind of like taking a back seat at the moment. How long has it been since the last mission we went on?
It's only been about a week.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 5 days even.
So what I'm wondering kind of mainly is how far would Bogman's investigation into the cybernetic eye that he picked up have gone?
Oh, interesting. Well, how were you investigating it?
I think initially it was looking. It was kind of doing, kind of like looking for any kind of serial numbers on parts, that kind of thing, and looking them up.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how much information came back from that, possibly kind of pulling it apart and testing components to see how they work.
Cool. Yeah. Give me an intellect roll. Difficulty 5.
Okay. Can I apply hacker?
You definitely can. Yep.
Does decipher apply? Because is it in a different language I wouldn't understand or something like that?
It's not in a language you understand. No.
Cool. So
Well, unless you speak to horrify the hive mind.
I assume it's unlikely, as I'm not part of that group, so that's 2 easy. Can I apply my wrist comp and bag of light tools as
You certainly can.
cool? So that's 4 easies down to a difficulty of 1.
Success. Right. You discover that this eye is a manifest cipher. It's called Eagle's Eye, level 1d6, and it has the effect. It grants the ability to see 10 times as far as normal for 1 hour per cipher level. I will post that for you. In addition, you discover its connection to the Alina Fiafa network, which you currently do not. It's encoded. You don't currently understand it, but you know the carrier signal for the network. Being several hexes away, you can't currently access it, but something back in 0909 Center to investigate.
Interesting. So, can I keep? So, I don't know that I want that as a cipher, but I still want the kind of object for its. Other. Can I leave it as an object?
You can. Yeah. You could also theoretically give it to someone else if you choose to do so. But yes, that object has an associated cipher if it's used as such, but using it obviously does consume the object.
Yeah, because what I think Logman's kind of end goal is to embed basically the night vision goggles inside their head.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely something that can be worked on. If you take a look in the book, there is a section on long-term projects which you can spend some XP to work on a long-term project. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll have to do that once I've earned some more XP.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. So I think while being excited for the event, I think what Logman is doing is on their own risk computer looking over the schematics that they've kind of put together for this device.
Absolutely. I mean, coming to Automacon, this is the premier place to find people with engineering expertise if you wanted to look for some help with your eye.
It's all coming together.
Mm-hmm. It's all coming up, Bloodwin. Seymour, what are you looking like in the shuttle?
Yeah, I think Seymour, when he first gets into the shuttle, sort of has a bit of a swagger to him, and the swagger is not one of attitude, but one of alcohol. He definitely sort of like collapses into one of the seats. He buckles up. I think he might even sit next to Bloodwin, and he's like, "Professor, long time no see." And he.
I one kind of looks up from there. Mr. Valentine, how have you been keeping it the time since we worked together?
Well, I haven't threatened to blow any brainiacs' brains out from the base of their skull recently, so, it's been kind of boring, all things considered.
Well, I'm sure between this group we can find something interesting to do.
We're being
Yeah,
bodyguards. You might be able to shoot somebody that way.
Oh, and Seymour looks over at Cinch and is like,
I actually did not read the mission brief. I did get it, but I am illiterate. Anyone mind telling me what we're doing today?
We are escorting an egghead to a convention of eggheads.
For some reason, this egghead needs security.
Do you pull it up?
Oh no, I'm like with Whittle, just like we keep looking at ads and I'm pointing to like other restaurant ads that we can try out and like things, but
yeah, you guys are like, I don't know why eggheads need security, and you're like, a convention full of them. And Seymour's attitude goes from like blase, whatever, to like he sits up straight, like he's at the edge of his seat, and he's like,
You don't mean Automacon, right? That's not what we're doing today, is it?
like look over. I'm like, you really didn't read it?
Yo, I gotta get off this shuttle.
and like Seymour starts like fiddling with the straps, and like he's very frantic. But I assume for the purpose of the narrative, right? Like we take off before Seymour gets out. But like when the door opens, he's as far away from the shuttle bay door as possible. He looks very uncomfortable.
Sat next to you, we see a tall, grumpy man with short hair, wearing a long leather duster with two hip holstered pistols, who kind of puts an arm across your chest when you try to unbuckle the seatbelt. Doesn't say anything, and it's been very quiet the whole ride over.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it's the slow pan up of the camera, like from Seymour's perspective. Looks down at the leather duster coated arm. He like follows it up to the guy's face. And yeah, like there's like maybe a single bead of sweat that goes down his head.
Mm-hmm. The man he grunts at you and points at the doors, and then like waggles his finger backwards and forwards like
I'm sorry, friend. I feel like maybe we're getting off on the wrong foot. I don't know you. Mind moving your arm?
He shifts and then places it back in his lap.
Seymour immediately starts trying to sprint out of the shuttle again.
Like this vacuum, Seymour. What's wrong? Sit.
Listen, this has Aguamala written all over it. Not trying. Listen, some people have their paths in life, and I have mine, and I try to make sure mine does not intersect with them.
Well, it's a bit late now, seeing as we've just landed on Gome.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think as you run to door, that's when it drops open, and as you step out into the space station, you see in giant neon letters and like a banner across the entrance, it says very in sea green lettering, says Automacon 372.
Finch is probably just like bouncing like the little girl and just like running out.
Yeah, I think Bogman kind of like walks up. I assume Seymour's kind of like stood in the doorway, looking out. But Bogman kind of walks up next to the hat, puts a hand on John and goes, "Whatever it is you're scared of, I'm sure it won't be too bad." And like pats a couple of times and then walks off.
For
Yeah,
the
you-
benefit of our audience, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, Bloodwind says that and like, he's sure it's gonna be fine. He's sure, and like you see more like kicks a rock or something.
Yeah, it's a bolt in the deck plating.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the benefit of our audience, our mission today has been sent by Agent Handler Artaxerxes. The subject was discreet muscle required. The body of the message was the venerable leader Dorothy from Gome wishes to see the spectacle of Automacon games which the Syndicate has brought to her homeworld. As an honored leader of the tribes of the people of Gome, she should be escorted by bodyguards for the travel between her home and the games. She is afraid of flying and wishes to minimize the time spent in a transit shuttle. Therefore, she will travel by road vehicle to the shuttle port and then return via the same vehicle. You have all been cleared to be recognized as an official Aguamelon security presence for the games. And the listed reward is each 300 howl for first getting her to Automacon and then returning her home. So, yeah, you have a location for her on the planet beneath, in which you are currently in a station in orbit, and it is your job to escort her for a day trip out to Automacon.
I assume there's like transit down to the planet to go pick her up then? Or do we have
Yep.
to find that?
But,
Oh, absolutely, you can find it.
Perfect.
So, seeing as this is a escort mission,
It is.
I think this may be the first mission that Bogman brings their hoverbike on.
Yes, absolutely. So I think what we see, as everyone else, is we see Cinch bounding over, and I think immediately Cinch, someone comes over to you and has like an electronic clipboard in hand, and she's a woman about your height, comes over to you and goes, "Please sign the petition to end Automacon."
Kidding? Like honestly, then should probably like just like no, and probably like honestly just like straight arm out, push her over and walk past her.
No, listen, please. Look, this is exploiting the people of Gome. Automacon is bringing great ecological damage, and we need people to oppose this use of Automacon by the Aguamelon Syndicate.
Can't you just use the technology they're showing off here to fix all the stuff they're breaking?
Automacon has been on Nueva Coemtoc for 371 years. It did not need to come to Gome. Please end the exploitation of these people. Please sign my petition.
Can I go into the Automacon after I sign your petition?
Yes, I guess. If you wish. Just please sign. I need 1,000 signatures for my local representative to even look at it.
Just takes it and puts in like her clearly fake name and fake address and just like shoves the clipboard at Whittle.
Whittle kind of like receives the board, looks at it, looks at the person asking for signatures, looks back at the board, looks back to them, and then says, "I'm not sure you'll get away with having a Queltle sign something so very clearly not involved where Queltle live."
Kind of, she puts on a fixed smile and goes, Thanks. I appreciate it. And grab the clipboard and wander off. And as we look back towards the shuttle, we see not the person airlock underneath where it's attaching to a cargo location. Your bike is being brought up for you.
Cool. Yeah. So you see Bobbin kind of like pulls it kind of off the. I assume it's on some kind of rack and gives it a quick one to make sure it's still in working condition, having travelled cross sector.
What's it look like?
So I've been picturing something kind of similar to the light bikes from Tron.
Very cool.
Something like that.
Awesome. And you're in the clear. You're off the shuttle onto the station itself.
This is like so we're like, do we have time to like go in before we like pick up this chick, or do we have to go pick up the chick? Like she just wants to go. She wants to get into that.
Yeah. Time-wise, I think we should do the pickup now, and then we get the earlier we do the pickup, the longer we get to spend inside.
No, we're not gonna. What?
Seymour is like blustering and very upset about the idea of spending more time here than necessary. But yeah, he does go along. Like when Bloodwind is like, "Let's just get this over with," he's like, "Yeah, finally, someone talking my language." He does.
I think Whittle will like walk over to Seymour and say, "Well, what's got you so upset about being here anyway?"
Nothing. I love Gome and the people, and especially the Aguamala Syndicate, and I have not, nor will I ever, sign an NDA about my relationship with them.
Did you kill somebody on this planet?
Listen, I have a long and storied past. I've killed a lot of people on a lot of planets. Who knows?
Yes, you've killed somebody here. Okay.
Did you at least like get a new identity after you killed them?
I'm going in to find our VIP, and I storm off.
I think Bobbin calls after. They're not here. We're bringing them here.
I think Seymour doesn't turn around right away when you say that, and he's like, "Oh, and he like his face is bright red as he like very slowly turns."
God, when you're going the wrong way in the street and you have to stop, check your phone, and then turn around so it's not.
Yeah.
I totally just got a call telling me to go the other way. I wasn't lost.
I followed Google Maps.
Redirect for traffic.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Bobbin finishes kind of like the kind of one step bike before it gets like. So I've obviously got transport. I guess you guys need to pick up something to carry the VIP in.
Well, we've got to get down to the planet, and apparently there's a car, if I'm understanding everything right.
Are we currently on the station, or are we on planet?
You're currently on the station in orbit. Transit between the station and the planet is incredibly regular and free at the moment. It's Automacon in Gome, and everyone's going down and coming up and showing off the technology of Aguamala to the residents of Gome.
Cool.
There's shuttles to and from every 15 minutes.
So we need to get down to the surface, and then did you say there will be a car, or do we need to get one?
Your current information is that you will have resources waiting for you when you arrive.
Cool.
As recognized as official Aguamalan security personnel, you have some resources upon which you can draw.
Excellent.
You're not sure exactly what until you get down there and get to see it, but
It's an old minivan.
Is it going to have like a tank weapon mounted in the back? That would be fun.
It's a minivan with a howitzer on it.
it sounds like Ziegler's fun.
Sounds like too much fun for these eggheads.
Come on, cranky pants. Let's go find transit.
Yeah.
On.
Oh, and also, if there's a T-shirt stand anywhere on the way to said transit, Cinch would probably buy a T-shirt or steal one or the other.
Sure, it will cost you 250 howl.
What if I steal it?
That would be your roll.
All right, 250 howl it is.
I mean, you can attempt to steal it. That's definitely.
I
something
feel
you
like
could do.
failing. I know, but I feel like failing a roll in the first 15 minutes of the game is not gonna set my pace very well. So I'm just gonna be nice and buy the shirt and blow a kiss to the girl wanting me to sign her petition. That is exactly what I do.
Yeah. Can you make
No, I don't want to fail. Okay, fine.
Can you make a speed roll for me? Difficulty 4.
Why? I didn't say I was gonna. All right.
This is to notice something about her when you blow a kiss.
Okay, fine. Anything that's gonna make this easier?
It's perception. So
Okay.
anything that helps with perception.
I mean, there's the Cypher. Kind of helps with perception. Trying to decide what her reaction is. The Cypher, the intricacies of human body language.
What cipher is this that you're using? Sorry.
Decipher.
Decipher.
Oh, decipher.
Decipher.
Let's see. No, that's understanding a language you don't understand.
Body language is a language.
Do you not understand body language?
She's a different culture I've never experienced before.
You'd have to spend a minute staring at her. I don't know. You can if you want.
Fine. All right.
It's up to you.
Difficulty 4. Let's go.
Oof.
Yeah. She seems upset.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Automacon, not the No Doubt concert. Sorry, that's down the street.
Ain't no scrubs.
Look, this lady is sassy, okay? She asked a Japanese citizen to sign a petition about local American politics and then got upset when they didn't.
A little sussy, I got to admit. Yeah.
It's not like Cinch isn't her own set of staff. But yes, happily has her T-shirt. And
Yeah, you spend 250 howl, you can add Automacon t-shirt to your inventory.
Done. We're too entertaining for this one.
Which Automacon was it again?
It's
372?
Correct, 372. Or CCL XXII.
I'm just going to go with 372.
That'd be silly.
Why
would they be using Roman numerals in space? It would be Aguamalin.
Wouldn't they be Gome numerals, not Roman numerals?
Nice.
Yeah. I could do dad jokes with the best of them.
I shoot Cinch. She's dead. I'm sorry.
Defense! We thought that it was a fail.
Yeah, so what you're doing?
I think we were trying to figure out whether or not we had transport back down to Gome proper. And it sounded like...
Yes. Yeah. Very regular shuttle transport.
Yeah.
provided by the Agumala Syndicate.
So we walk over to the Agumala Syndicate shuttles and take one down.
Yep, absolutely. You're in line for a little bit, but there's one every 15 minutes. You don't get onto the first one, but you're first in line for the second one. And you get down there, and you have been given the information to get up. It stops at various points along the way. As you go down into Gome, you see a cluster of various settlements on the surface. Yeah, it's very cold. You see that it's a bleak tundra kind of landscape, and you can see that. I don't know if any of you have experienced this before, but you note that it's kind of like stepping into the past a little bit. Everything is like societies you learnt about in school a few hundred years ago. There's like there's internal combustion cars on the road. There's smog from factories. You see buildings made of outdated material, kind of ugly and squat, metal cylinders mainly. And yeah, it's like stepping into the past a little bit as you go down. It's an uncivilized society, so to speak. Less advanced than the rest of the sector.
As we like make our way down, Whittle will like approach our fifth companion and like introduce themselves and kind of like see what's up with their deal. Like
yeah, the leather duster wearing pistolier.
Yeah, like hello there. I'm Whittle Mariottle. Given that we're going to be working together, I figured I'd see what you're about, eh?
He grunts and points to the pistols on his hips.
What conversationalist?
You don't speak much, eh?
He points to his throat and shakes his head.
An injury?
Nods.
Fair enough. What should we call you?
He points to on his leather duster jacket lapel, and he pulls like it's got like the two flared lapels. He pulls one back, and underneath is a picture of a seahorse.
Seahorse.
He shakes his head.
Like shakes his head no?
Yeah. When Whittle says seahorse, shakes his head no.
I mean, dragon?
He shrugs.
I think at this point, Beauregard like pulls it next to his. I think we're supposed to be to go on the shuttle.
Say again, sorry.
Timing wise, maybe we lose the point where the shuttle is free
Right.
for us.
Yeah. That's the point when doors open up and everyone gets on the shuttle. This one's more cramped than the one to the station, and there's a lot of excited tourists around. Yeah, it's room for maybe 20 people, and there's 25 on the shuttle. Everyone's excited. It's kind of like a packed subway station. If you've ever been on one subway car, you've got to grab a rail above your head, and it kind of smells of the body odor of many different species. It's vaguely fishy in the air. Not looking at anybody.
I mean, there's 25, but 2 of them are Cinch and Whittle, so it's more like 24.
True, that's true.
I mean, like, I don't think either one of us could really reach the high bars up there. Let's be honest. Yeah. I'm just gonna like cling to Seymour.
People kind of give Seymour, Blodwyn, and the other agent that's with you to kind of give them a wide berth, which is not helping with the cramping. Several people, when they see Cinch, grab onto put their hands in their pockets or grab on to their handbags a little tighter. As we head down to the planet. Yeah, as I was saying, it makes several stops along the way. As you go down, you see this stepping back into time a little bit. It's back in time. You have information for a stop at a village called Rainbow, and eventually we make our way down there. And you see it's a squat little village, and the shuttle stops off there, and you see lined up next to the road. You see 7 what looks to be like Aguamala security APCs. You note that they're not using hover technology. They have wheels and they have internal combustion, which is perhaps something that, depending on your agent, you might have not experienced or seen before. But yeah, you settle down onto the village. As the back end drops, you note immediately how cold it is. It's blisteringly cold. There's a wind that freezes your tears to your eyes and makes your nose hurt. And yeah, little if you have eyelashes, little crystals start forming in them immediately.
I think Blodwyn kind of like puts on the helmet of their environment suit, feels it.
Yeah, Whittle gets into her environment suit too.
Yeah, absolutely. You can take a minute.
Like,
Mhm.
she's probably sitting there grumbling about why she accepted a job for 600 howl if she was going to freeze to death.
Yeah, I think Seymour like hits like a button like at the base of his neck. And sort of like a mask unfolds like an entire helmet. And I think if anybody asks him any questions from that point onwards, he directly comms to them. He does not speak aloud for the majority of this part of the mission.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. As you step out of the shuttle, you can see that on the side of all of these APCs, as they're lined up next to the road on the shuttle, as you can see on the map, you can see that on the side of all of the vehicles is a seahorse motif.
Well, I guess we get to thank our strong but silent type for, providing transportation.
Yeah.
He shrugs and kind of tilts his head questioningly and puts his finger up, kind of raising an eyebrow. Each time he holds up his fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of tilts his head.
You've got 4 of those are for you?
He shrugs. He kind of looks around, patting on his duster, not finding what he's looking for.
I guess we step out and we're looking for like the head person of the town, right?
Is anyone holding like an electronic device?
I've got
Got my
wrist.
computer.
Yeah.
Like a wrist computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hippocampus points at it.
I will. I mean, it's attached to my wrist. What does one do with it?
And he's just pointing at it and like raising his eyebrows at you.
I hold my arm out so that you can see it.
Yeah, he cautiously steps towards it and like moving slowly as if not to spook an animal will like go to like a notes section on the wrist computer.
Cool.
And then he will he types how many vehicles should we take?
I don't know how to drive, so
Do we know how dangerous this Gome is supposed to be?
It's supposed to be pretty free and clear. It's It's not particularly strifeful. The planet was seized fairly recently, and that was a difficult and destabilizing time, but in general, there's not much trouble reported on Gome itself. Yeah, there's this stable of security vehicles, and if you look around, there's various security personnel, groups of people. Like maybe as you stood there, one of the vehicles pulls up, and then a group of people get out and head for the shuttle, and then the driver looks at his watch, gets back in, and pulls away.
Well, one to carry the VIP and maybe one for if trouble happens so we can have something to get away in.
I mean, I can drive.
Seymour says unconvincingly into his communications device.
Anybody else know how to?
I think at this point, Logan is once again pulling their hover bike off the back of another transport.
Mm-hmm,
absolutely.
I turned to Whittle. You can drive a spaceship. Is this going to be any harder?
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm certainly willing to give it a try.
Like, I'll pull up the instructions.
I look at Hippocampus, as you called him, and say, do they come with drivers?
He shakes his head no.
Of course not.
When Whittle says she's willing to give it a try, she's got like the confidence of like a toddler that thinks it knows what it's doing, just like bright-eyed, like, yes, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 APCs sounds great to me, Bloodwin.
Cool. I'll follow along on this. Hopefully, we don't need the escort, but something quick is always a good move.
Perfect.
Yeah, plus we're...
Sorry, you go?
No, I'm good.
I was just going to make a bad joke about Bloodwind being a minesweeper for us, so, you know.
For the sake of like convenience, can we say that Hippocampus used the Bloodwind's computer to tell us his name?
Yes, absolutely.
Seymour does roll his eyes, but he hopes that the mask hides anyone from being able to see it.
Gonna turn to it. I think he can drive.
Yeah, and
So at which point, I guess we go and look for the person we're shipping.
Yeah, so Rainbow is the closest stop. The information that you have is that they are currently within their tribal headquarters in an even smaller village, about an hour's drive away from here.
Cool.
Yeah, it's early morning on Gome, which everyone here probably has a different internal clock going at the minute. Time zones not really mattering in space. But for Gome, it's early morning. You see the watery yellow sun, quite distant, owing to the which contributes to the temperature of Gome. And you will note that while it is incredibly cold, you can breathe without issue. It's an entirely breathable atmosphere. Yeah, you see the watery yellow sun of Gome starting to make its kind of pathetic sunrise, really. It's not all that pretty. It's kind of disappointing compared to sunrises that you've seen in the past.
Damn, why you gotta do Gome's sunrises like that?
Yeah.
Like, they're just popping into the car, kind of remembering the petitions. Just like, what environment are these guys destroying again? This is cold. I mean, if it got less cold because of them, wouldn't that be good?
You could do with some global warming. Yeah, I guess we Yes, we set off for the hour drive to this remote location.
Yeah. As you're going along, you note that the native population of Gome appear largely to be human, although some seem to be much shorter than usual, and they have a reddish tint to their skin. They are maybe like 4 foot tall, 4 to 5 foot tall, on the lower side of average height for an adult. A lot of the population appears to be somewhat smaller, and the buildings that you're passing by as you look over the village of Rainbow seem to match that. They're all kind of squat and cylindrical, made out of mainly steel and glass. It's up to your character how homely they find it, but at least for me, it's feels quite cold and dish passionate as a place.
Now, tell us more about the road through the the village of Rainbow. Tell us about the driving conditions on this road in Rainbow.
Yeah, with the two drivers who definitely don't know what they're doing, but think they do.
Yeah, so this road is flagstones. Appears to be made out of some kind of, as you're walking on it, unless you are a geologist, I don't know if you know what type of rock it's on, but it is covered with a thin layer of ice. Does someone want to examine the APCs?
I do have a book of geology.
You do have a book of geology. Well, would you like to stop and take a sample?
Yes, because why not?
Sure. Give me an intellect roll, difficulty 2.
I'm guessing that's 2 because of the book.
Yes, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you find that that it is primarily made up of citrine, which is a quartz variety mixed with limestone and some other impurities in it, but it's primarily made up of citrine flagstones.
Interesting. Probably completely useless, but interesting.
So before we go on, I just remembered that I meant to buy a comm that I could wear under my helmet because we realized last time that I didn't have one.
Yes, yeah, you didn't have one. Yeah, that is communicator is 500 and it has planetary range.
Cool. I will have bought that in the past week.
Yes, yeah. If anyone wants to, before we go on, if anyone wants to have bought stuff in the past, that's something that we can flash back to.
I would also like to have bought a communicator.
500 hull, you have a communicator. It's an advanced communicator capable of sharing voice, video, and data over planetary range.
I'm gonna buy.
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty happy with my t-shirt.
Yes, yeah. What color did you buy?
Purple. Purple with the logos in neon green and yellows.
Gross, I love it.
It's quite pretty. It's quite tourist level pretty.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy the second AR contact from the one AR contact that I have in one of my eyes.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You can do that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I forget how much they cost.
We just divided the cost in half, so I'll just pay the rest, yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
I think...
We'll note, that if you are ongoing for any length of time, you will have to re-up your environment suits. That if you're using them, it costs 250 for the filters and gases and other such supplies to use an environment suit for a day.
I'm not using it as its filters or anything. I'm just using it as a layer of intellect.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's a
same.
hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure the air coming in is still cold, but it does have to go through the suit
Yep.
that is on my body before it gets to me.
I see. Using it as like a dry suit almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay. So, Bloodwin, you're gonna ride your bike,
I am indeed.
and so what's the arrangement for the other vehicles?
I'm gonna go with Whittle and like strap myself in as hard as I possibly can.
Cinch and Whittle in one of them, and that leaves Seymour and Hippocampus in the other.
As Hippocampus comes up on the APC, Seymour does lock the doors.
Yeah, all right. He stands outside and looks over at Whittles and just open the door and gets in the back next to Cinch.
Okay. I unlock the doors as this happens.
Yeah, someone was gonna examine the APCs.
I guess since everyone else has got in them.
Mhm. Sure. Give me an intellect roll difficulty. Well, how in depth are you being? What would you like to know about the APC?
Seeing as we're dealing with very low temperatures, I'm assuming worries of ice on the surface would be a problem, considering these are ground vehicles.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think the worry that Baldwin has is that they're kind of kitted out to drive on icy surfaces. That's what any Baldwin is looking for.
Sure. Okay. Difficulty 3 intellect.
Turns out Baldwin doesn't know anything about ground vehicles.
Yeah. You can see that they have snow tires on. They obviously have a mounted weapon on top, like a crew-mounted machine gun. And you can see that it has some armor, but you can't really discern the quality of it. You can see them if you're looking around. You can see others driving to and from this kind of paddock of Aguamelon security vehicles. They seem to be handling okay.
I've just thought of something else I should think of, which is fuel and how long. But as you've just discovered, Tom doesn't know anything about ground vehicles, or I would assume the internal combustion engine. So
Yeah.
perhaps that doesn't come to mind.
It's like you're trying to examine a steam train. Like, you've seen them in pictures. You have a general idea of how they work, but perhaps they're not fully up to date.
Would we call these machines?
They're definitely a machine.
Then can I just use Hack the Impossible to gain as much knowledge about it as possible?
Let me read that ability.
That's machines. It says machines.
I know it says machines.
It does also say hack the impossible, and I know cars have computers, but
You can persuade robots, machines, and computers to do your bidding. You can discover an encrypted password, break through security, briefly turn off a machine, or disable a robot with a moment's worth of fiddling action. What would you like to hack on this vehicle?
I rescind my request to use Hack the Impossible.
You could use that, or just...
No, I don't know. Like,
Hack the radio, give us some good tunes.
But I've just remembered that when I leveled up, I took the special ability Eye for Detail. When you spend 5 seconds thoroughly exploring an area, no longer than a short distance in diameter, which I assume one of these vehicles is not that longer than a short distance.
Yeah.
You can ask the GM. You can ask the GM one question. The GM must answer you truthfully. I cannot use it more than once per 24 hours on the same thing.
Sure. You can use that to spend your 2 points.
Well, I don't because I have 2 edge.
Yeah, you have 2 edge, so you pretend to spend them. What is your question? The others, you're all sat in the vehicle as you watch Bloodwin very meticulously look around for 5 minutes.
So now I would like to ask, So I could do the dick question: is what question should I ask at the end? But no, I'm going to go.
Well, you'd get an answer. Just that's your question.
Yeah, yes, but then once I know what the question is, I can probably figure out what the answer should be to that question. But that's a dick move, so I won't do that. So I'm going to go with: are these vehicles kind of fully prepared in for driving surfaces and fuel wise?
Yes.
Cool.
They're fully capable of driving on ice, and they are fully refueled.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else would occur to Logwood to ask about a vehicle design that they've never been near.
Yeah.
Let's go with those questions, and then I guess Logwood puts a leg over their bike, powers it up so they're now hovering, the only hovering vehicle
as you do that, you get a lot of attention from locals who turn to look at you, and someone will grab the shirt of someone else and kind of whisper in their ear and point at you a little bit. Everyone is very impressed by your hover vehicle.
And then I guess turn on Google Maps and off we go.
Yeah, absolutely. So Seymour, you're driving one by yourself.
Yeah, and I think for the purposes of because I now know there's a mounted weapon and I don't have a gunner, I think I'm going to try and drive first, so that way if a vehicle gets taken out, it's probably the one Seymour's in.
Sure. Penumbra personnel resources map quest. Yes, Seymour's driving first, then we've got the bike and the other APC.
Then she's just going to point to a button. That looks like the start.
I feel like taking advantage of my ability to hover, I'm not necessarily staying on the road.
Oh, sure. Well, feel free to position yourself however the convoy should be.
Yeah, possibly to one side, kind of different angle of view kind of thing.
Yeah. There's no key, Seymour or Whittle. It's there's a big button that says, there's a big red button. Whittle, you can tell that it says start. Seymour, I don't know if you know. Well, you're ex-Aguamale. You also know that it says start.
I think I realize that it is the start button, whether not confirming or denying whether I can read it. And Seymour definitely sighs, and he's like, "Yeah, a big red button. That was clever." And yeah, he presses it.
You press it, and with a rumble, the engine comes into life. The display in front of you flickers. There's a steering wheel in front of you. It's not a full wheel. It has the top and bottom quadrants split off, kind of like an F1 wheel or a Nintendo Switch.
This APC was designed by Tesla, I see.
Yes. It's a kind of half wheel with the bottom and top cut off. It's designed to keep the driver at 9 and 3 hand position on the wheel. You see in front of you perhaps something you've never seen before, which would be a rev counter next to the speedo. You got 3 dials. You have the fuel, which is full. You got your speed. You got the rev counter. You have what looks to be where if you were in some kind of squad, it would be status indicators, but currently it only shows one icon in the driver's seat for you. Whittle, you have 3 icons on your dash. It's just like a seatbelt icon, just showing that it's occupied. Presumably, Seymour doesn't put on his seatbelt, but yeah, the engines rumble into life, and you can pull away.
If Seymour isn't wearing a seatbelt, does it go bing?
Oh,
bing,
100%.
The entire journey.
The entire drive.
Now, what are the chances? So I know in the real world, you can do things when you turn on the car, turn it on for a couple of seconds, or activate the windshield wipers and disable alerts and sounds and things like that.
Mhm.
Is that something I can do with the APC?
Yeah, you can take a second to come to grips with the controls.
Mhm.
Maybe it's going to be intellect difficulty 2 to do exactly what you want to do.
Seymour puts on the seatbelt.
No, you reach across. It's one of those ones where it's like a circle in the middle and it connects from 3 points. So between your legs and then over each shoulder, like makes like a Y on your chest.
Cool. Yep. And then we away.
Yeah, drive
One's
off.
being comfortable or like cinch and whittle because these cars are designed for like under 5 foot people. If they're on this
Well,
planet.
that would be native Gomes. These are Aguamala Syndicate vehicles.
Okay.
They're more in line with the sector average for a human.
Okay.
It's,
You can just see Whittle's eyes over the top.
Yeah.
it's like Whittle can't quite see.
Yeah, as is the case for all societies, it's designed for a 5'10" male. Yeah, a little bit small on the Whittle side of thing. I think you can adjust the seat forward far enough, and yeah. Also, see what you have. It's really weird. You have like mirrors on the side of your vehicle. Like, instead of a rear camera, you have mirrors to look behind you. It's really odd.
Okay. So I meant to ask this without like overplaying my hand. I've never actually been in one of these before, have I?
No,
Interesting. Okay.
no. Unless anyone here tells me specifically otherwise, I don't think any of you have been in an internal combustion vehicle before.
Nope.
No?
Okay.
It's theoretically possible, but I'm going to go with no.
Mm.
I think definitely then, yeah, like there's a moment where I like look at these mirrors and I'm like, we're all gonna die. And I definitely broadcast that on all of the internal comms between everybody in our squad.
Like, Bogman's response is like, not all of us.
That's true. Nah, Bloodwind, how about you get inside the internal exploding vehicle and I ride your hoverback?
You have 2,200 HAL to hand?
Well, now, what's 2,200 how between friends, really?
I think Bloodman kicks off and starts driving.
Yeah, I'd also turn on the car and leave.
Yeah, rumble off. It's intuitive enough that you're able to drive it without having to make a roll. I think maybe there's a few times where. Seymour, have you ever experienced a roundabout before?
Oh my goodness, that's an excellent question. I don't. I think I have, but in all of the instances in which Seymour has, all of the people just drive over the little middle cement circle.
Because they're all in hover vehicles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's never been a problem before.
Yeah, I think as you're driving out of Rainbow, and this small picture that we have is very representative of the rest of the town. I think at one point you go the wrong way around a roundabout, and you get some honks and annoyed stares from other drivers. Yeah, as the convoy goes on out of town, you can see it starts to thin out. The buildings become smaller until you're on open road on an ice field. You can see the town of Rainbow disappearing behind you, and up ahead of you, you can see it looks to be a mildly hilly plain of ice and rock.
So, do we have coordinates for the VIP?
You do, yeah. You're following, yeah.
Following
Yeah,
you,
I'm
yeah.
just giving you a chance to. If there's something that you'd like to do on the journey, you're on the open road.
Blogwin plays Sihian classical music over the comm system the entire journey.
Mm. What does it sound like?
Oh god, now I have to come up with that. I think
Yeah.
it's true.
Yes.
So probably going in line with the definitely not Space Marines theme of Sea. It's probably fairly kind of like somewhere in the range of rock and power metal.
Mm. For the High King on the silver throne.
Yeah, exactly. It's that kind of like thrash guitars, massive drums. Yeah.
Awesome. You're just booming it out of your bike, and then they hear it through their windows.
I'm playing it over the comms, so that anyone who's on the comm network with me is hearing the same music.
Yeah. Yeah, Seymour, the windows are glass. Like, just glass. Not reinforced glass, not like plasticized glass. It's just glass.
Yeah, I think so. In combination to the classical CD music and the realization that the windows are made out of pure glass, I think there's definitely a moment where like Seymour has one hand on the wheel at the 9 position, and I think he like takes his revolver, he flips it around so he's holding it by the barrel, and I think he's gonna try and knock out one of the windows on the APC.
Sure, this is
doing 80 on a freeway and smashing out a window.
yeah, this is gonna be. Let me just check the stats of the APC. Hang
No,
on.
so to be clear about what the vehicle is doing, the vehicle is still going straight.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
only
no, I
thing
get you.
doing-
All right. To be fair, yeah, you're not making an attack against the vehicle. You're trying to smash some glass with a revolver. I think even a teenager could do that. So it's difficulty 2 might roll. This is like a strength attack.
Okay. This is where I roll a 1, and I think it is still bulletproof glass anyways. Very cool.
Yeah, your revolver, the butt of your revolver bounces off the glass. It leaves a chip in the glass, and maybe a thin crack spreads towards the closest side. Maybe the bottom of it kind of cracks towards the bottom. And you hear kind of a grinding crunch from somewhere underneath the window. And there's a little tab underneath the window that is had a glowing red light in it, and it turns off.
Well, shit. I just keep driving.
I mean, if anything, your failure just means you're not getting cold.
Yes. That
Does
window
Blogwin
will not roll down.
Yeah. In the other APC, what's it looking like for Whittle and Cup?
I think Whittle is quite uncomfortable because the seat has to be really close up in order for her to be able to see out over. But she's also got these like massive wing flaps, which because the seat needs to be all the way forward, are all like scrunched up.
That does sound really cute. Holy cow.
Big black unblinking orbs peering over the steering wheel.
I think Finch is probably nattering to what's his name again?
Hippocampus.
I think she's nattering to Hippocampus and showing him like all the different like advanced augments. I'm like, see, and if you had this one, this would fix your voice box. And if your problem is actually with the muscles and the ligatures, then this one will work. And she's just like going on. It's like, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to talk.
It looks at you deadpan, kind of slow blinking from time to time. Kind of frowns when you suggest replacing his voice box.
She's not even like paying attention. She just keeps nattering off. She just wants to get back there It's like, but you could do this, and you could do this, and you could do this, but you could also do this one.
Yeah, he reaches into the inner pocket of his duster and pulls out a glossy magazine. And on your view of it, you get the back page. It's someone dressed in all black with like glowing AR goggles on, holding a dark tan military rifle, all smooth lines. And yeah, you see the back page. It cost him 13. It cost him 13 Commonwealth Navy script to purchase.
Now, if you like, all right, you like guns, okay, fine. And then
Yeah,
he just
he
flips to the military section of the expo. And like, so this gun will do this, and this one is voice
Yeah.
activated.
yeah, he turns between you, angling the magazine. You can see the name of the magazine on the other cover is Tactical.
You're fired.
Oh,
Yeah, this issue is specifically highlighting different night vision technology. It proudly proclaims they tested the 13 most popular night vision providers and results in enclosed inside. Also has scandal in the Commonwealth Navy. It has general court at 3 a.m. Has another has a little bullet point list of things. It says, "What does the Aether Reach mean for you?" Has a list of some bullet points that trail off.
I'm sure there's like a listing of strategy games.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Hippocampus reads Tactical.
from the outside, does Longwind notice when Seymour Valentine's window breaks?
No, you definitely don't.
Would you like him to not notice, Ewan?
I'm aware that I have an inability in awareness, but
While I want Bloodwind to have not noticed, I don't know that Seymour was actually trying to hide it because I don't think Seymour thought they would
Okay.
fail. So yeah, I guess Bloodwind can see.
It's let's say it's a difficulty 2 speed Bloodwind to notice this while you're driving along and focusing on the road and managing your vehicle.
does my inability in awareness bring that a
Yep.
3?
Your inability would make that a 3. Yeah.
Cool. Speed and that's 3. Let's see what happens. Nope.
Yeah, you hear a dull thunk and maybe think that that like the APC went over a rock or something. Like,
Yeah.
It's probably Mr. Tactical reloading one of his guns.
yeah. Bloodwind,
It's-
the vehicle's tires are made of like some kind of tree fiber, like rubber or something. Really weird.
And Aguamala made these?
Oh, they're Aguamala branded.
Like
Yeah.
Aguamala stole these from the locals.
Sweats furiously.
Yeah. Yeah, as you're rumbling along, yeah, you eventually are approaching the coordinates that you have.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You're rumbling along. You see the first signs of small buildings, and yeah, you find yourself at the edge of a small village. No, let me grab Bloodwind and put him on here as well.
No, everybody's
Bloodwind.
loud.
Yeah, Bloodwind. into this village. It looks to be a single road kind of village. Like there's a single road and there's vehicles either side of it. And you find yourself passing what looks to be some kind of farm, but there's no green crops or vegetation that you can see. And there's these big arms spraying some kind of chemical onto metal beds in the ground. You can see some kind of farming vehicle, large building with a solar array on top, which is relatively advanced. You see some vehicles that have communication satellites on top, but mostly just more of the squat cylinders that you've noted the Gomes live in. Yeah, you find yourself at the edge of the village.
Do our instructions give us a particular building to aim for, or?
No, they've just given you this location. Dorothy is the leader of this village.
I guess we look for a cylinder that looks more like a major center, if there is something that looks that different.
Yeah, I mean, you can assume this vehicle, has large communication board, looks to be the center of the village. Yeah, it's trivial to make that assumption. Yeah.
I guess we park up outside.
Sure. You move on. You park up outside this building.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yep. You park outside. Just in the middle of the road. You see no vehicles for miles, either in front of you or behind you.
Cool.
Seymour, as you've been driving along, the dial on the left has been going down. You're not sure exactly what it says fuel, but it isn't giving you readings for 4 different graphitic generators, so you're not like, maybe it's connected to the rumbling underneath. I don't know.
Hey, y'all have these weird analog clocks on your dashboards?
It just kind of like gets out and stretches, and sort of turns to Little when as she gets out. It's like, you want me to drive next time or drive back? I can't get 2 words out of the guy in the back seat.
Well, you're welcome to try. And she like stretches out her flaps and like rubs them down to like uncrease them.
Yeah. As you get out, if you're looking around, you see from the building behind you, you see a trio of 3 figures and what looks to be some kind of animal from this building behind you.
Is it fluffy and adorable, or is it big and scary?
It appears to be the front half of it appears to be fluffy, and the back half of it appears to be pink flesh, like a hairless cat. Like the back half of it looks like a plucked chicken, and the front half is long brown hair. It has a face that looks somewhere between a dog and a cat. It's got a pronounced muzzle, big, wet black nose, inset eyes. It has like a prominent forehead and sunken eyes. Maybe kind of vaguely like a pig as well, kind of ball-like maybe. Yeah, somewhere within that region of animal. It's some kind of mammal.
I'm just still gonna wander over and ask if she can pet it.
Yeah, they approach, and the lead figure, one of the shorter Gomes people, like a reddish, kind of tan tint to his skin. He has yellowish hair, and he's got. It's hard to tell. The cultural markers are all different, but I think it's pretty clear that this gentleman is perhaps on the older side. Got creases in his face, laughter lines. And, the other 2 individuals with him are clearly either artificial beings or heavily augmented. They're taller than him, about 6 foot each. One is shiny chrome, and the other is wearing. It has a shiny chrome face, but is wearing what looks to be like people clothes. It's wearing like a tweed jacket. It's wearing some kind of overall trousers, pants, and some kind of wide-brimmed hat.
Cool. Is there some known, like, correct greeting in Gome's society, or is it kind of typical human, like handshake or like slight bow or whatever?
We can roll to see how much about Gome's society you know, if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah, intellect difficulty 4. Let's see how much you studied up on Gome's society.
Cool. Can I apply humanities?
You certainly can.
Can I retroact, because this is me doing something else, can I apply learning?
Yes, yeah, retroactively, yeah, this is something that you would have learned. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's fine.
Would my risk computer apply?
Risk compute is on a knowledge task, so yep, absolutely, that would be an equipment ease.
Cool. That's 3, and it's. I think I'll go with that. So that brings it down to 1.
Success. Yeah, you would know that the traditional culture of Gome is kind of being supplanted by the culture of the Aguamala Syndicate. And the cultural greeting of the Aguamala Syndicate is typical, which off the top of my head, I don't want to speak for them and say what it is, if it's a handshake or whatever. I'm looking at their wiki and there isn't anything specific. So a greeting typical of the Aguamala Syndicate.
Cool. So yeah, so seeing as we're here under the license as Aguamala security, I guess it would make sense if we use that form of greeting.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Robin will step forward and give the culturally appropriate greeting that we
yes.
we're deliberately not defining for Aguamala.
He returns the greeting. Norland, welcome. You're to our little village. I'm Norris. Can I ask what you're doing here?
Oh, nice to meet you, Norris. We've been hired to provide escort for, and I've forgotten her name.
Dorothy.
For the Venerable Leader Dorothy to the games.
You want to see Dorothy, are you?
Indeed.
Oh, well, she'll be up there. She'll be in the house.
Cool.
You're not from around here, are you, stranger?
Very much not, no.
Hey, do you know anything about automatons?
Cinch looks up from, patting the dog and like, I'm pretty good with machines. Or the thing, whatever the animal is.
Yeah, you can see you petting the animal. Yeah, it nuzzles into your hand. Oh, don't mind him. He's friendly.
Staying to the front half, like the back half still kind of creepy, but staying to the front half, just kind of like petting him. But she's like, I'm good with machines. What do you need? What about automaton? What's wrong with your automaton?
Points to the one that's all chrome and goes, hey, open up your chest tin can, and the all chrome automaton next up, the all chrome robot opens up its chest panel. You can see that inside, in kind of its central core, like It looks to be of primitive design compared to what you're used to. It has what looks like to be some kind of artificial lungs and then lubricant that's being pumped around, apart from the lubricant isn't being pumped around. There's some kind of damage to its internals, and it's kind of creaking as it moves. It's making a grinding sound as it moves. Anyways, and this one, and the one that's dressed in kind of tweed, doesn't do anything. Everyone's absolutely doolally.
Doolally?
Yeah, it bonks him on the hat and it makes like a solid hollow sound. So, I've been having problems with the control unit all month.
Okay. Can I use like my computer programming skill to sort of look at the two robots and see what's wrong with them?
Yeah, you absolutely can. While you start doing that, what's everyone else doing?
Whittle will offer assistance with her bags of tools, just like if you need to like open something up or something like that.
Sure, absolutely.
I think seeing as Cinch and Whittle have got that covered, I think Bobman's going to make way to the front entrance to this house and knock on the door.
Okay, give it a knock. Yeah, the door opens and you see a slight young woman open the door, wearing a blue dress, hair pulled back. Oh,
She's a giant.
she's giant. Yeah, you see her open the door and go, yes, can I help?
Yes, we're looking for Dorothy.
Oh, you have found her. I am Dorothy. Nice to meet you.
I'm in hell. The bricks are made out of a citrine yellowish color. I just got it. You're the worst.
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind. Keep going with the role playing. I'm in hell.
You mean you haven't you didn't spot the Tin Man?
God, I get it.
You did Tin Man.
No, I didn't.
And the
Okay.
and the lion.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm done.
Truly, there's no place like Gome.
There is no place like Gome.
Amazing.
This is hell.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is awesome. Where's the witches?
Yeah,
Well-
so the Chrome robot with no heart, the other robot with no brain, the citrine Yellowstone Road, and you're picking up Dorothy. I was about to describe her emerald slippers, but you kind of jumped the gun on me.
Yes,
I think on this revelation we'll take a break. We'll come back top of the hour and let everyone digest.
This is awesome.
This week on Kangaroo Court, did slippery celebrity defendant BBTV anchor L. Calvert conspire to poison the prosecution? Watch now on Kangaroo Court, where good justice is never blind. Fair and balanced, only on BBTV 5. Brought to you by the New Eden Gene Bank. Be a better you.
Good evening, peoples of Beacon Space. I am your anchor, Xavier, and this is my co-host, Lupus Kalbrick.
Good evening.
Good evening, and tonight in Beacon Space, we'll be going live.
We're going to be reporting on the ACNC news for a vessel launch gone wrong.
quite an interesting discovery out of the Commonwealth space. And we also get to follow up with the thrilling drama of my co-anchor's legal troubles.
The panic alarm earlier this month involving Children of the Vein and Taharo Vi. What's the true story? Coming up.
All of this and more brought to you after a word from our sponsors, Karkadooks.
Feeling a little stressed? Want to relax? Come to Kardakook. We've got everything you need.
And we thank the Kardakookian, I guess that's right, advertising agency for their promotion of their planet today. BBTV anchor Xavier Storges here. Chaz, based on the most recent poll of BBTV's loyal viewers, you've won the award of the most popular reporter. Do you have anything you'd like to tell your loyal fans?
As a multiple award-winning journalist, it is always humbling to hear people enjoying my reports. So thank you to my millions of loyal fans. It takes a lot of hard work and integrity to make these reports at such a high standard, and I am so very lucky to have a team that exemplifies both of these traits. I want to thank my team directly, Khaled Fi, Trey Grin, Goo17, and my sources who will of course remain anonymous. I would not be here if it was not for my friend L. Kalbrecht, who always believed in me and inspired me. And lastly, I want to thank our corporate sponsors at New Eden Kinmake, whose funding has allowed us to take our broadcast to all new levels. Again, thank you all so much.
Right, so as we return from break, we get, as usual, the fading end of an advert. We hear Alina Fiafa offers great benefits such as no more thoughts, head empty, only productivity, have weak flesh limbs replaced with strength of metal and plastic. Call now, Alina Fiafa, and flashes a number at the end. So we fade back into our episode as I think we get a shot from like inside Dorothy's house, looking over her shoulder towards Bloodwyn as they just introduce themselves. We see Dorothy in a blue dress wearing some bright green boots that go up to her knees, and long brown hair tied neatly into a bun. Younger than you'd expect for a leader of the village.
Again, Bloodwyn offers the culturally appropriate greeting that we discussed earlier. And yes, my name is Bloodwyn. With the escort that you requested to go to Automacon.
Yes, thank you. I know it's an inconvenience, but I'm so dreadfully scared of flying. I appreciate you driving all the way out here. I know it's not an easy road. I thank you for your assistance. I'll just get my coat and I'm ready to go.
Perfect. I believe one of our crew is taking a look at some automaton, so we may be a few minutes, so no rush.
Oh, is Norris having issues with again? I told them to come and have a look at it last week, but the syndicate, it's hard to. Whatever. I will go get my coat. I'll be right back.
I'll see you out here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, she steps back, closes the door. No, it goes off.
I think Bloodwyn kind of turns around to kind of the back of the room, looks over and goes out there. Cinch, how are you doing with those robots?
You see, this one here is missing, like the key component that pumps blood, the joint spring. That one's broken. Now, it's pretty easy to replace with a ball spring, but I just don't have one on me. However, those robots in the field probably have them and like triplicate, so we could get one up in there and it'd be like a 5-minute fix. This guy just needs a whole new brain.
Norris is like nodding along, going, "Ah, I see, I see. Well, they did say the same thing last week, but I didn't believe them. Can you maybe can you do it? Maybe."
I mean, I
Listen, I don't have much to offer, but I can make it worth your. If you fix both of these, I can make it worth your while, young lady.
yeah, I can. I just have to go find a couple of parts. Is there like a shop, a spare parts shop in that big building, which I'm guessing is for the farm equipment? And
Maybe if you were here any other week, but they're all up in that the Automacon. They're all off enjoying their sites, but someone has to stay back and tend the farm.
I don't need the engineers. I just need like the parts. If there's like a pile of parts room.
I probably have a box of spare bits. I don't know if it'll have the parts you need, but I've probably got something around here.
Okay, let's go look.
Yeah, the creature snuffles at your hand and then walks off, padding next to its master. As Norris heads back to the farm building. You going with him?
Oh yeah, he'll fix the robot.
Getting separated from everyone else. Yeah. Whittle, you are helping with the robots.
Yep.
You going along with Cinch?
Yep, may as well.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, you head over to the farm building. Norris, there's like a wooden box next to his door. It's like you'd keep coal or logs in, and undoes a latch, creaks the top of the wooden box open, and inside you see a pile of junk. Some probably more useful than others. You see a box of various bits in there.
I go at it just sort of exploring. It's like muttering to myself, "Yeah, this might work." Pull out my scanner if there's anything that doesn't look completely broken. I'm like, I probably use this for that. Just straight up in my own little world tinkering.
Sure. It's a difficulty 3 intellect check. With your scanner, it'd be one easier. It's difficulty 2.
Does computer programming bring it down at all?
I don't think so. This is more mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Success. Yeah, you're rooting that around in there for a bit, and you manage to find replacement parts that would probably fix both of the robots.
Perfect. All right, I in turn kind of dig around. It doesn't look very graceful or doesn't seem very efficient. Probably cursing under my breath a little bit because I don't have everything to just pull them apart easily, but I get the job done.
Yeah. Whittle and or Cinch, whoever wants to make this roll, make a difficulty 6 speed roll.
Would you say this is noticing danger?
Yes, actually. Yes.
Okay.
Good, because I have an inability in that.
You have an inability? All right, well, I guess that would be me. You said a difficulty 6 speed roll?
Yep.
Oh. Anything to reduce that? This is for noticing danger?
It's definitely for noticing danger, yep.
Can my scanner help me?
Yes, yep, it can.
Okay. And
so that's down to 4 from one from equipment and one from your skills.
I'm totally gonna do the 2-edge thing. So then does that
You're
mean
gonna apply 2 levels of effort.
yes.
Yep. So you spend 5 points, which is then reduced by your edge.
Okay. So then boop. And oh Jesus. Okay.
Oh, only just. Yeah,
I'll take just.
you notice amongst all of the junk, a piece right at the bottom, it was stuck under something else that really sticks out as being out of place. It looks like a sheet of gold. When you ruffle, like ruffling around inside and dig down and grab it. Initially, it looks like a sheet of gold. You grab it and you can see it's like a thin layer of gold plating over what looks to be some kind of hard advanced metal. Like this is stronger than the building material that this guy's house is made out of. And on it appears to be a partial artful decoration of something that you can't quite make out what the full image would be, but it's clearly deliberately detailed. Like you've got like a quarter of a picture on this gold-plated armor piece.
Whittle has like completely missed this thing and is still rooting through other stuff.
Oh. Oh, is this like that stag, those crazy stag guys?
I
Like-
think you might have seen this before.
It's is this like the yeah, like the people who the racist, horrible separatist dudes?
The
It's like a
Golden
hunk.
Stag Revolutionary Front.
Yes. Is that a
They-
hunk of their metal? Is that a hunk of their armor?
Well, I won't make you roll to remember that they wear gold armor that resembles this.
Oh, you won't make me roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Finch.
It resembles that armor to you. It is golden armor, and they also wear golden armor.
Okay. So Finch kind of like shoves that in her bag and then finishes up with the robot. Yeah, her fixes work fine, and heart starts beating and control brain starts working, and I look over to Bloodwind and hold this hunk of gold armor up at him.
Yeah, I think you walk past Norris, who's stood by his robots, watches you approach them with a smile on his face, then watches you walk past them, and his face kind of lowers a bit in confusion as you walk past the robots that you promised to fix. And I think around the time you arrive, Dorothy has just opened the door. She's in a big, oversized, it looks like a puffy parka. It has a hood with wool around, well, not wool, but some kind of fur around the hood of this big, puffy blue parka that she's wearing over her clothes. And she just steps out.
Totally did fix the robots. Just saying, I go over to Bloodwind and I sort of pull out the armor after I'm done and be like,
You haven't fixed the robots yet. You found the bits.
Well, no, I said like I finished fixing up the robots, or do I have to roll to fix them?
You definitely have to roll to try and fix the robots.
Oh, okay. Well, I said I was like working on the robots and finish up with them.
I'm sorry, I've missed that somewhere along the way. So, difficulty 4 speed roll. Speed or intellect, your choice.
I use intellect. And
Whittle will help with her tools.
Yep, you have your light tools, and that's one help.
Okay. And does my scanner help too?
It does not. Your scanner's for identifying things, not
Okay.
so much.
Well, let's go with a lockpick. I can't imagine those. Okay.
I will offer you an intervention
Cool.
before you roll that you irrevocably break these robots.
Oh, rude. What happens if I say yes to that?
you irrevocably break those robots.
I don't want to. I don't want to. No, I'm gonna roll.
To reject it, you'd have to spend an XP.
Ah! So rude. What?
It's up
Fine.
to you.
Rude. Fine. We'll spend an XP. I think I've only got
Cool.
one.
Yeah, spend 1 XP, you done. Have a slip of fate and break these robots, and you can make your roll.
Oh. Wait, why can't my screen's not working? Where's the? No, like literally. Hold on a second. You go away. I'll try that again. All right. Okay. Intellect and one was brought down, and I'm going to spend an effort. I'm going to spend 2 effort. And does that bring it down to 1? Because it was at 3?
Yes. Yeah, it does, yeah.
And
Yeah, you've got Whittle handing you tools. Success! Yeah, I think we get a little montage of you, Whittle handing you tools. You dig around inside, and we see first the all chrome robot. Its lubrication starts to flow again. It's moving without creaking. And you move on to the next one. Its eyes light up as a boot up sequence, and it blinks into action. And Norris looks here and goes, "Oh, thank you so much, young lady. Here, I don't have much, but here." And he will offer you a Cypher.
Ooh.
The Cypher is called Gome's Hardiness, which I will post into Roll20. Both you and Whittle can gain this Cypher. Called Gome's Hardiness. It is a 1d12 plus 12 level Cypher.
Ooh.
what the holy crap?
And when you activate this Cypher, you are resistant to environmental effects for a number of hours equal to this Cypher's level. It's a twist of the environment that helping this man and learning about him and the culture of Gome, you can become resistant to an environment for up to 24 hours.
Very cool.
Since I only have 1 Cypher slot and an environment suit, I'm not going to take it.
Absolutely, that's completely
Yeah.
fine.
I kind of like the ciphers I have right now, and I don't have. I've got 2 right now.
Cool. Yeah. You accept his offer of some Gome's treat and munch on it, but don't learn the lesson from the culture that he's trying to impart. But that's completely okay.
Okay. I'm just happy
yeah.
with sugar.
We cut over to Seymour. What have you been doing this whole time?
I think Seymour is also sort of surveying the surroundings. And the thing that's making Seymour kind of upset, sort of from a security standpoint, is the fact that Seahorse Boy is here. Like, with every other person, obviously, Agent Handler Wolf has been vetting them personally and stuff like that, but I think Seymour's been hearing muttering through the network that maybe the agents are slipping up, with their vetting and that sort of thing. So I think Seymour is sort of like keeping an eye on the horizon, but is especially like always leaving it so Hippocampus is sort of within his field of fire.
Yeah, I think equally Hippocampus has been doing the same to you, right? You're both security professionals. I think you've not worked together before. I think it's a very clear security standoff as you stand by your APC, he stands by his, and you're both scanning the horizon and but never quite leaving the other out of their periphery.
Hmm. But I would like to, if possible, actually use. I think I have danger sense.
Yep.
Um,
You do. Your initiative is eased.
oh, dang it! That's right. It's not actually
Yep.
sensing danger.
You can be like on the watch, and I'll let you make some kind of perception check.
Cool. I'd like that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. A difficulty 5 speed check.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and I took the advancement moving towards perfection, which ups my edge and speed to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 points from my luck pool to give myself 2 effort.
It would be 3 that you spend.
Oh, for the
The
second
first
one,
level effort costs 3, and then it's reduced by your edge, so you'd only spend 1.
I see. Okay. So I'll spend all 3, and
You get 2 back
then
from your edge.
I will spend 1. Oh,
Yep.
I see what you mean now. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you spend 3, then you get 2 back because you are very skilled in speed.
Mm-hmm. And you said it's difficulty 5 challenging.
Difficulty 5. Yep.
Okay. Can I use anything else? The Pusha Hunter is only for objects. No, let's go. Okay.
Failure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna choose to spend a point of XP here
Okay.
because it does allow me to add 3 to the reroll.
It does. Yep.
Jeez
Oh
Louise!
no!
What?
Wait, did that add your 3? I don't think it did.
You have to add 3 manually. It doesn't have a...
Yeah, 9, 10, 11. So you would beat difficulty 3.
Which is
Yeah, I
what,
still wouldn't have done it.
what final difficulty is 3.
Yeah, target number's 9. Your final. Yeah, so you succeeded.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet!
I'm not sure how to make that +3 apply, but that was a success. Yeah. So, what at first you hear what here feels like a wind off in like the valleys and hills off on like the horizon. What at
Mhm.
first sounds like wind, after a while of listening to it, you're like, no, that's definitely. And you look towards Bloodwind's bike, and you listen for a little bit, like, nope, that is definitely a hover vehicle that you hear. Yeah, and in addition, you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand on end, and
Mhm.
you can smell kind of like the smell before a storm, and like I think you at some point you rest against the APC and you get like a little electric shock, but it's not electricity. It gives you a jolt of pleasure that feels like when you expend your bleed ability.
This is a very important question. Does Dorothy look like she's already in the Aguamala Syndicate's employ, or is she a VIP because she's a regional person of import?
This town is compliant with the Agumala Syndicate.
But she's not hired by them.
She's native Gomes, might be on the payroll. Definitely a VIP of the Agumala Syndicate. Definitely works underneath the government of the Agumala Syndicate and is like a government official. So, in that sense, is employed by them in some respect.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab Dorothy because you said like she opened the door and she's in the coat.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, and all internal comms, so Hippocampus doesn't get it. I'm just like, because fuck you, Hippocampus. I'm like, we're made, go, 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 and I like with one arm around Dorothy, basically like try and throw her in the back of the APC.
Yeah, she doesn't resist. Your security details. She like resists initially, and then like is recognizes the futility in trying to stop you, and it's swept off her feet and like into the back of the lead APC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I
everyone
just-
else.
Yeah, so I guess Bodwin will take them like 5 steps back to their bike and pull the long rifle out of wherever it's stored on the bike.
I think Seymour needs to take a gunner in his ship or in his car too. So he either has to take the guy he doesn't like or Whittle, because I promised her I'd drive.
Whittle is not exactly a good option for a shot.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'll ask Dorothy to man the gun. It's fine. Let's go.
Well, yeah, I guess
Oh
we
wait, that's
take
not.
him.
Sorry, I got to do another take. I just forgot Seymour's voice. We're me. Go, go, go. Okay, keep going now.
Okay. Cinch jumps in the driver's seat, fairly confident from watching Whittle for a couple hours do it,
Mhm.
and turns to Hippocampus and say, "Well, you're probably a good shot."
Yeah.
Hippocampus will nod enthusiastically at that.
Gunner seat. Whittle.
Whittle will ride shotgun.
As Bodwin is basically like checking the ammunition in their rifle, you hear over the comms, "Who are we made by? Where are they coming from?"
I'm assuming I'm already on the way to the driver's seat at this point, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Don't know, but it's definitely bleed related. Pretty unlikely to be a passing stranger who's just interested in saying hi.
Okay. And she gets kind of uncomfortable. And she'll pull out the armor that she found in the thing and show it to Whittle and say, "Get on, like, tell them we might also have these guys on the stag guys
Yeah,
involved here somewhere."
Whittle will comes of it. Well, it seems that Cinch has found something that seems to be related to the Golden Stag Revolutionary Front.
I punch the window that I hit with the butt of my gun before.
Great. Dorothy, you know why anybody would be targeting you right now?
And I help the Aquamalans. I don't know. I thought I was safe. What's going on?
Very quickly, I am going to go ahead and use my understanding, or my understanding magic, which is intellect, just to double check that she's not the source of the bleed.
No.
Because this is about to be very embarrassing if Dorothy is just intuitively magic and I just misunderstood the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're doing this quickly. I think it's a speed roll. Difficulty 3, you're in close proximity.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend the 3 for speed and then get the 2 back from the edge.
Success. Yeah, you don't get any kind of bleed sense from Dorothy herself.
Cool. Yeah, I go ahead and comms everybody back, and I'm like,
yeah, it's probably combat oriented because it did make all the hairs on my body stand tall. That's not how that goes. I'm putting the gas on,
and I start driving away.
So having dealt with, like, I guess peripherally, the Golden Stag Revolutionary Front before,
yeah,
when we dealt with them before, they just fought with like normal weapons. It didn't strike me as bleed users.
I mean, I don't think you've encountered a Golden Stag person using the bleed yet. No,
Okay.
But I don't think that's an indicator that they don't either. So it
Yeah,
still could be.
Yeah, I don't know I have not previously dealt with one who does. That doesn't mean they don't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they? I guess my other question would be: is it something that is known about them that they have, like a cadre of lead users, or is this?
I mean, it's a percentage of the population that are. I don't think you have any information to know if the Golden Stag Revolutionary Front accepts or rejects bleed users or views it as normal. Most of society in Beacon Space views it as completely normal.
Yeah, but I meant more if they have a kind of specially trained, like we have a unit of this type of thing.
Oh, right.
As opposed to it being just because any random person might have it. But
let's make an intellect check, difficulty 3, I think.
Okay. Don't think any of my stuff applies, so I just make that as it's. Nope.
Yeah, I think you're thinking through and you remember like news reports, but you don't remember anything specific that would indicate one way or the other.
Okay. I guess. Well, I haven't had to deal with lead users before, so this will certainly be interesting. Are you? Okay, so Bobby makes it kind of like a.
Oh yeah, blood.
Bobby makes a slight comment to Seymour, saying, "Are you happy that you complain about everything being boring now?"
Listen, more driving, less talking, Bloodwind.
And just like guns it behind him. Like, I just wanted robot.
Yeah, I guess Bog was going to try and. I assume my hover bike that can. I can't remember what the speed on this thing is.
It's very long, I believe.
Hover bike can travel very long distance a single run. I'm assuming I'm faster than the APCs do.
The APCs, let me check. The APCs move long in a single round. So, yeah, you are one step faster than they are.
Cool. So I'm going to use that additional speed to try and kind of do a circle them as they move forward, attempting to spot kind of anyone incoming.
You're going to scout ahead?
No, I don't want to get ahead. I want to circle them as they're driving forward.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
And then as soon as I find them, I will know where they are.
Yeah. Okay, so you all shuffle back into the APC. So what's the configuration of vehicles? So Bloodwind's on his bike. Who's in the lead APC? So Seymour and Dorothy are so far.
I think
Seymour
so.
there. And then Cinch, Whittle, and Hippocampus.
Cinch, Whittle, and Hippo in the back one.
Yeah.
I do tell Bloodwind because I just realized in sort of my frantic energy, I do tell Bloodwind that I heard another hover vehicle. So they might have to contend with that.
You know, actually, now you're frantic, you've been here, and you're keeping an ear out. Definitely sounds like more than one. Starts like overlapping, you start to hear the dissonant tones.
Yeah, Bloodwind, now I'm not gonna say stay close to the convoy or else you're gonna get shot by a different convoy of hover vehicles. But, you know, you get the gist.
Nice to know we're wanted.
Yeah, you set off?
Yep. Oh, yeah. I think Cinch actually likes driving these things. When it starts, the rumble is just like, this is kind of cool. She just like floors it. Just because you can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, so you start driving out at the village. Norris watches you, scratches his head. The robots creak back into the farm.
Oh fuck! Should we have protected? No, we're not getting paid for him. Whatever.
He's robots to protect them. They're fine. I gave him upgrades.
Yeah. Seymour, you see like a billow of smoke behind your vehicle, and no idea what that's about. Weird. Is something broken? You don't know. You head out of the town, and yeah.
Wait. Okay. Oh no. Oh fuck me. Just to be clear, it does appear to be coming out of my vehicle though. It's not like miles back, right?
It's exhaust fumes. I'm playing on the.
Okay.
Wow, cars are weird. Yeah. No, something isn't actually broken on your vehicle. I would have, if Hippocampus had done something, I'd have made you roll to see if you noticed it.
Listen,
I know you're very
I don't
suspicious
trust that
of him.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I know you don't.
And
You might-
Sid has him at the gun.
No, as you put your foot down, you see a burst of exhaust fumes. Is the
Mhm.
the joke there? Yeah. You drive out of the village, foot to the floor. There's sprays of ice behind you. It's skittery to control. There's like traction control warning flashing on the dash. Not that many of you know what that. You can see it's traction control and maybe assume what that might be. But yeah, you slip and slide your way out of the village, and as you make a turn out around like the last building of the village, as you look over to your left, jumping over an ice sheet, you see a squad of hover bikes breaking ice, kicking up clouds of ice. And if everyone could roll initiative for me, please.
Oh boy, another thing I've got an inability in.
Whittle! You have a gun though, right? Whittle?
Oh no!
A light gun.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, what? No, I already got one of those. At least he got one of them.
Oh,
Jesus wept.
Bloodwind and Flutter, you both gain 1 XP.
Oh, goody.
And give one to someone, right?
You can both give 1 XP to someone else. So I think what would make sense here is if
Everyone gets
Whittle and
next
Elish also got one. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you.
gain
Thank
XP.
you.
Bloodwind and Flutter, you don't get to go on the first round of combat here. You lose your turn. You for some reason you're out of sorts. Something happens. You just
Cool.
stunned by the sudden appearance of these bikes. You just lose your turn.
I'm learning how to drive a car. Like, okay, let me say that. I'm learning how to drive a car. I'm okay not going on the first turn. And I'm going to forever blame Lich for this shit luck.
Seymour, you get to go before the bikes. Whittle, you'll be going afterwards. And obviously, Flutter and Bloodwind, when it comes round again, you will also be going after the bikes.
Oh, really?
Here's what I'm wondering. With regards to the vehicle's traction, like obviously we've been driving on the road, we haven't off-roaded it at all.
Yeah.
But we can. It is definitive that the APC has more mass than the grav tanks, right? Or the grav. Sorry, not the grav tanks. The grav bikes.
Yes, if you stuck 3 grav bikes together, they would maybe be the same size.
Dorothy, you know how to shoot by any chance?
Pictures?
Nope, that's okay, darling. Put on a seatbelt.
And I like take the APC into a lower gear, and what I want to do is I want to crash my APC into one of the grav bikes.
Oh, okay, cool. This give me some kind of piloting check, I think. Is there one in particular that you're aiming for?
Basically, my idea here is that if I go for the center, maybe you'll give me an extra point of advantage because it's hard to miss all of them because they're driving in formation like nerds.
Hang on. Let me just writing some things. Yeah, okay. It's going to be a difficulty 5 piloting check, which you are not a pilot, so that would become difficulty 6.
How dare you?
Unless you have a driving skill that I'm unaware of.
No, you know I don't.
But you are aiming right for center mass of these vehicles, so I will then counteract that by easing it in that you're heading for the densest spot. So it's back down to
Sweet.
difficulty 5.
Thank you. I use the last of my luck pool to give myself an effort. No one is in a position to help me. Oh, what?
I'm just going to mark this center one quickly. It is different livery. So the rest of them are gold. This one has a red stripe down the middle of it. I'll mark it. They are. It's got a red stripe.
Nice. Everybody knows.
Red shirts
Sorry,
die
you go.
first. As I said, red shirts die first.
Difficulty 5. I can only get 1 point of effort. I don't get any advantage. I don't have any skills. Let's go! Bish bash bosh! Nerd!
Success! Okay, let me check in the book for how much damage this should do, roughly. Let's have a look. Because it could just default to the standard damage of the vehicle, but I think this was difficult to do, and I'm gonna give you something for it.
Thank
And
you,
it was
thank you,
kind of
thank
cool. Let's think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
So you tell me what this looks like as you drive
Oh.
the APC with the principal that you're trying to protect into an enemy vehicle.
So I'm like, darling, you're gonna want to buckle up. And then so I said I put the vehicle in lower gear. Now that I think about that sentence, Seymour doesn't know what a lower gear is.
These are automatics anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You've
got go and stop. Those are the 2 buttons you have.
Yeah. So I think it starts almost spinning out, and this is not a cool power slide situation, right? It is fully a Seymour is hydroplaning a little bit.
Right. The wheel is fully rotating all the way around more times than it should.
Yeah. And I think that the way that the luck point manifests is maybe there's a nearby little hill of snow. And without it there, the APC would have absolutely just spun out. But because of that hill, the APC smashes into it. Seymour doesn't take his foot off the accelerator the whole time. And so maybe the grav cycles have started to scatter because they're what the fuck is this guy doing? But because now I'm going at a near 90-degree angle, I'm more perpendicular than straight on.
Yeah.
He has a harder time of dodging out of the way. And then I kill him. And Hideo Kojima comes out and gives me a medal. No, sorry.
Whereabouts roughly would you like this car to be? You can tell me. Whereabouts roughly?
Yeah, I'm thinking the point of impact would be somewhere around here.
Around here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you've crunched into this vehicle. It's hovering. The energy of the impact careens it into the air, and it looks like one of its engines is just been crushed and blown out. The driver is almost thrown. At one point, he's fully in the air, hanging onto a handle by one hand before he managed to pull himself back onto his vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hippocampus is going to use his special ability.
Oh, good.
Yeah. From under his jacket, a small drone appears, flies out the top of this APC, and flies over to this one.
You son of a bitch! You better not.
Oh right, still me. Bike's turn.
Right.
Yeah. These 3 are going to drive this way. Come over here. This is all relative distance, so exact movement distances doesn't really matter. They're moving mechanically into short range of this. You are in immediate range. These are short range from you. They're going to stay at short range from you. They're gonna, I don't know, drive somewhere around here. Yeah, these are all at short range from everyone, and then this is at immediate range with you for obvious reasons. The driver on this one is going to pull out from like a leg holster. It looks kind of like a gun, but there's no real action. It looks like a pipe on top of a pistol grip, and will try to fire it at Seymour through the glass.
Good luck, buddy. That glass is impervious to weapons fire.
Well, yes, so far as you're aware, yeah. It is a difficulty 5 speed defense for you.
Okay. 5 speed defense. Speed is my best stat. I'm out of luck. I don't know what the fuck is in this pipe gun. I'm gonna go ahead and spend another point out of my pool.
Oh, sorry. It's what difficulty did I say?
Speed
I said 5.
difficulty 5.
Yeah, it's difficulty 4 because he's trying to shoot you through the glass.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, difficulty 4.
Nerd.
Yeah, success. I think what happens is a bright feathered dart does shoot through your window, leave a small hole in it. You feel the gust of cold air, but it like impacts in the side of the seat cushions. And if you were able to look at it, which in the heat of combat I don't think you are, there is the camera sees a bright viscous pink liquid leak out the tip of the dart and into the seat cushion.
No, you know what? We'll save that for later. I look reproachfully at the windshield and I'm like, must be made out of a different glass.
Yeah. Also for Seymour, these two bikes are going to turn the guns that are on their bike on you. And this is going to be your vehicle defending. So this is 2 level 4 speed defense.
Sorry, my audio is freaking out again. Run that by me one more time.
2 difficulty 4 speed defenses.
Got it. Freckle frackle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. One shot shoots at where you were, and another you feel on your back right wheel. You feel the armor get dented and impact. Dorothy like screams and shuffles back, shuffles back as far as she can from the dent that's appeared in the side of your vehicle, and you have been somewhat damaged.
Is there a divider between the personnel side and the driver's side?
Like the front of the vehicle and the back of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like limo divider. It's you can get out of the seat and crawl into the back if you want it. It's got like the center console where you can lift it up, and it's full of sweet wrappers and
Okay.
There's some cup holders. Yeah, standard car stuff.
Okay.
Bloodwin, you make a this bike is gonna shoot at you. Can you make a difficulty 4 speed defense, please?
4 speed. I don't think I have anything that applies to this right now. Just go and see what happens. Success.
Nice.
Yep. A streak of machine gun fire follows your vehicle. What does it look like as you avoid this other bike that's zooming towards you, shooting its guns?
I think considering the level of failure I have at reacting to this happening, I think it is purely luck, and that they were expecting me to react to them showing up, and my complete lack of reaction means they miss.
Cool.
They were targeting where they were expecting me.
Yeah.
I never swerved.
Yeah. Can everyone inside this APC, so Whittle and Cinch, some part of the seat cushion inside your vehicle explodes.
Hey.
You make a difficulty 4 speed defense roll for me, please.
Does the fact that I'm well rested and sleep in luxurious conditions help that at all?
This is a speed defense roll, not a might defense roll. Success. Yep. Beats difficulty 3. Is difficulty 4. Yeah.
Oh.
So Flutter, you take Flutter, you take 4 damage.
From what?
From something in your vehicle has exploded. And Whittle, you take 1 damage. Even though you succeeded, you take 1 damage. Then Hippocampus is gonna roll. Someone offer to roll for Hippocampus, please. The GM is not supposed to roll.
Sure, I got it.
Okay. Do it. You know how to do it better than I do.
What am I rolling?
Difficulty 4 speed defense.
Okay.
Does that use Seymour speed?
No, it doesn't reduce his pool. Okay, so Hippocampus is gonna take 4 damage as well.
Sorry. I'm using Hippocampus to get rid of all my bad luck. Thank you, Hippocampus.
Yeah, Hippocampus I think takes the brunt of this. Maybe it's the seat that he is sat on that shatters inside. There's no apparent cause, just you're driving along and then suddenly, boom, there's an explosion inside your vehicle. There's sheet stuffing going everywhere inside. The vehicle rocks from side to side. There's part of Hippo's headrest is exploded outwards into the vehicle and hurt everybody with the force of it. That is all of the bikes. So it is Whittle's turn, because Bloodwind and Flutter unfortunately completely whiff this turn.
Well, using the vehicles handout stuff, I'm gonna, given that Whittle's a bit of a one-trick pony, open communications.
Sure. You're gonna try and calm these guys?
Yep.
Yeah, they're on like a private encrypted network, and you try to call. They're not. I mean, you've experienced these guys before, right?
Yep.
You've seen very similar. Difficulty 4 to intellect, and then if you establish communications, you can start talking next turn.
Can I help with Hack the Impossible?
You don't get a turn this time, I'm afraid. You did get an XP though, so that's nice.
Yeah, after you took one away.
Success.
Oh, 19 success.
Yeah, 19 success.
What's that minor effect? Or
Yeah, I'm not sure what minor effect that should be. So the next thing you do is ease will be the minor effect. You get an ease because you are hooked into their communications network, and you get a pre-warning on something that's going to happen the next time you are attacked. It's eased. It's a
Okay.
minor effect. Bloodwin and Flutter, you're too startled to act. Seymour, you
Can I
can go.
say there was a moment when everybody else was like, okay, where I was leaving incorrectly. I have never felt more validated in my life. This asshole twice who tried to blow dart me. Or wait, can I only attack once?
You can
a
attack
turn, right?
once a turn, yeah.
Yeah. Fine. I
You
guess.
need to get a specific weapon with Automacon with a rapid fire. Yeah, fire twice.
It's difficulty 5 speed roll.
Difficulty 5.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. This is not the objective. The objective is not to murder these mooks who absolutely deserve it. The objective is to make sure that Dorothy gets to the convention on time.
We're getting shot at. We have to worry about that.
Yeah, do you think so? Because what I'm trying to figure out is whether or not I should just try and do a vehicle maneuver and like get out of here.
Seymour does. I'm not pushing you onto one particular path. If you want to try and run, you're more than welcome to. But these vehicles are definitely faster than your APC. Is something.
Yeah. Also, Seymour is a vindictive man, so
you can definitely try and get away. You're not forced into doing this combat if you'd like to try and run, but they are faster than you.
No, I do not feel forced. I'm just gonna try and murder him. No, come on.
Miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you tried to shoot out the window, and as your APC is at a stop currently, right? Or did you keep rumbling on after you hit?
That depends on the APC. My foot is still on the gas, but I totally get it if like
you're able to move. The APC is a vehicle and it's moving independent of your action. If you'd like to move, you can tell me where you would like to move to.
Yeah.
If it's
so
any
because
particular range band.
I mean, preferably, if possible, long away from these three, right?
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can be somewhere over here then.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere like this. Yeah. So you'd be at short with these three, and then at long with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Is that roughly okay?
Yep, that sounds good to me.
You have this impact, as you say, in your hydroplane, and this is how you end up spun around.
Yeah.
You lean out and take a shot at Red Stripe.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you whiff it.
Dorothy, be sure to go in the fetal position. It's not going to actually help, but it'll make you feel better.
Yeah, she's still screaming in the back. She curls up, and I don't think she's really processing what you're saying, but it's definitely covering her head. And Hippocampus in the back of the other APC is focused on some kind of handheld device, and the drone continues to buzz around the lead APC containing Dorothy and Seymour. It is the bike's turn. Let's do these ones first. Seymour, make 1 speed 5 defense roll and 2 speed 4 defense rolls. One of these might be stronger than the others. Perhaps. Who could say?
You mean one was designated to stand out as different to the others, and it's got different abilities?
Well, one of them is marked as different. And these are the bikes shooting at you. To be clear, these three.
I was muted and I was shouting at you guys. I'm so sorry. I was asking, is one of them magic? Because I do have a closed mind.
No, these are machine guns shooting at you.
Well, they could be magic. They could be magic.
They are not
machine
magical
guns.
machine guns. No.
You son of a gun. Okay,
Oh.
that's the fiver.
Yep.
That's the first 4. Fuck
Oof.
you. And this is the second 4. Okay.
Yep. So gain an XP.
Oh no, it's a 1.
Yeah, no, like.
And you-
I give one of my bonus XPs to Bloodwind because they're currently the most exposed.
Oh, not to Hippocampus. Damn.
Wow.
That sucks. And yeah, your vehicle is going to take significantly more damage than it would normally from this attack. It is going to take, I think it's 3 extra damage when you get a minor effect. Right? I think it says plus 3. Yeah.
Then 19 is plus 2 and 18 is actually plus 1. But yeah.
Right, yes. Yeah, 19 plus 3 damage. Okay, cool. Yeah, you take 3 extra damage from this attack. You don't know exactly because you are not the vehicle. Let me do some mental math. Yeah, you get hit, you get impacted, and I think both of the tires on this side pop, and the armor inside buckles, and this vehicle is very significantly damaged. If you were to have some kind of intuitive knowledge of the health of this vehicle on a scale, you might be able to estimate that it's in the lower third.
I see.
Yeah. Over here, Bloodwin, you hear what sounds like. Has Bloodwin got parents as a Shay?
She would spawn from the kind of agglomerated intelligence of all past members of CE. So the entire population would be, I guess, the parents, but no direct parents, no.
Right. Now let me check something. Yeah. You don't have parents, and yet you absolutely can hear your parents calling you for dinner, and you know that they're your parents. Like it's your mom, your dad. They're calling you down for dinner. It's dinner time, and you get an image of like a stereotypical picket fence house, like green fields, and as in your mind you see yourself, but you catch yourself in a mirror. You look like a small child. You're heading down some stairs for dinner, and as you see your parents sat around the table, they start to wither. They age quickly into first wizened older gentleman and gentlewoman, and then skeleton, and the house around you crumbles. And can you make a difficulty 4 intellect defense for me, please?
I don't think anything I have applies to this. I am going to. What difficulty was it? Sorry.
Difficulty 4.
I'm going to apply two effort to this, which will cost me 3 from my pool.
Yeah.
It was intellect, right? So it's difficulty 4, 2 effort. So
Success. Yeah. You feel like you start to feel like your joints creaking for a second, and then You steel yourself and you shake it off. The vision clears from your mind, and you're back. You're in the ice planet of Gome. The weird vision that you have is cleared from your mind. You are fully cognizant, aware of the situation. Inside the vehicle, there's another explosion. If you could all make difficulty 4 speed defenses for me, please. Another part of the internal furniture shatters outwards, making a
And
spray of metal.
They're attacking this vehicle?
Yep, the internal of it.
It's not even the people who are attacking it, it's that the random objects inside are exploding.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah, stuff inside the vehicle is going boom.
It's Hippocampus, that asshole.
Flutter, success. Whittle, success. Seymour, would you mind rolling for Hippo again?
I would mind. How could you do this to me? What? No. Give me the 20 back. That's not his. That son of a bitch.
Hippo gets a major effect.
No, he doesn't.
He does. The next thing he does is going to be eased. And actually, this should have been eased for you as well, Whittle, but you
I
succeeded.
did ease it.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did?
Yeah, she did difficulty 3.
Good job. You take 1 damage. Flutter, you also take 1 damage.
But I succeeded. I don't get it.
And Hippo takes 1 damage. Yeah, you succeeded, and you're still taking 1 damage. Wild, right?
No, this does not seem fair.
I think it's you're so close to an explosion, it doesn't matter how good you do, you're taking some damage.
Yeah, the source of this explosion does specify that it deals 1 damage even if the defense is succeeded.
So lame.
Mm.
Totally picked the wrong car. Should have taken Seymour's car.
And Bloodwin, this vehicle takes a shot at you. If you could make a difficulty 4 speed roll for me, please. Fail. You take. Let me check because no one. I think it's. Yeah, 4 damage.
Directly to me. Okay.
Yeah, direct. Oh, I guess you could take it to your bike. What's the stats of your bike? What level is it?
It's just called Hoverbike. It doesn't have a level in what I bought.
It should have a level.
The item in the
It doesn't have one in the equipment list.
No,
That's on me. How much is it?
2,200.
2,200. Okay, so it's not overly expensive. I think it's going to be level 3.
Okay.
Level 3. Yeah, your bike takes this damage instead. Your bike is level 3. It has 1 armor. It travels very long in a single round.
Okay, so how many hit points does the bike have at level 3?
It has 9 hit points.
So it has 1 armor, so it takes 3 damage to the 9.
Yes. Yeah.
Now it's 6 out of 9. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on my bike down here. I'm going to record.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. That's all of the bike's turn. Whittle, Bloodwin, and Flutter, your turns. You can go in any order that you so desire.
Cool. I would like to get into immediate range with this guy.
Yep, you can do that.
Then I will activate Foil Danger. I negate 1 source of potential danger related to a creature or object I'm aware of within immediate distance for 1 round. So for the next round, I need to make a roll against this creature. So I think what I'm doing is I'm getting close, and then I'm trying to throw him off.
Yep, this is difficulty 4. This is a level 4 creature. Well, it's a level 4 vehicle, but...
What do you want me to roll to do this?
The ability specifies intellect, I think.
It's an intellect stat, yeah.
Yeah, intellect in that case.
Cool.
It's some battlefield cleverness that you're doing.
Bloodwind, kill them with your brain.
You are fully Sun Tzuing this bike.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it doesn't do damage. It stops them attacking us, or this one bike from attacking us for a round.
This is very similar to Enthrall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4. I don't think I have anything to apply to make this easier.
Yeah.
And as its intellect, I will once again apply 2 effort to the roll.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Unfortunate. Whittle and Flutter, your turns.
Speaking of enthrall,
Speaking of Enthrall,
like I said, one trick pony, gonna use its trick. Top bike,
this one?
enthrall, yeah.
Okay.
And she's gonna just start like listing the advertisements for Automacon. So,
How do you get this channel?
On this level, you'll find blah, da, 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 and on this level, you'll find blah, 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 blah.
Oh God! Please make it stop. Yeah, you have enthralled this bike successfully. Cinch, your turn.
I'm curious. Can I what happens if I break the car to just get out and use it as a place to shoot behind instead of being in this thing with bombs in it?
It has a mounted gun on it that no one's used yet on either APC.
Yeah. So if I so if I break, is that the turn, or can I break and get on the gun?
See, when you said you wanted to break, I thought as in to destroy something.
No, I literally just want to stop this car and either watch these idiots go fast past me, and I'm just because I'm kind of okay, because Seymour's car is stopped.
Yep.
So I'm if we just break, are these idiots just gonna speed by via really funny Star Wars speeder moments?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
well,
they will circle around and keep shooting you.
All right. Well, I still think I'd rather not be in the driver's seat of a car that's blowing up around me.
The vehicle can be stopped. That's completely okay.
But is that one turn? One action?
No. You're driving the vehicle can be stopped. You can take an action as well. I'm treating the vehicles as if they have their own turn and they're using that turn to move. If you yourself are moving, that's your turn. But
okay.
Yeah.
Is using one of my Cyphers a turn or an action in the turn?
Depends on what the Cypher says.
I can't remember. It was a really long. I want to know if I can use my robot as another combatant.
You could activate your robot. Yep, that would be your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna break the.
I'm gonna have to look this up because you very deliberately, I might add, make this inconvenient for me.
I asked you if I could write. I get a robot to do my stuff, which you replied with yes.
I did reply yes. Roll your 1d6 to determine its level. Which, if you get a level 6 combat robot here, that's insane.
Come on, lucky roll!
That's actually insane if you get a level 6 combat robot. That's close to demigod level combat strength.
Come on, 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not gonna lie, we kind of needed that.
Yeah, you have a combat robot. It has 18 hit points.
Tell us more.
It has 3 armor, 18 HP, 3 armor, and it does 6 damage with its attack.
Yeah.
And you have this robot for
6 hours.
For 6 hours, 1 hour per Cypher level. Yeah, you have a level 6 instant servant, and at GM's discretion, I get to choose what it is. And in this case, it's a combat robot. You've grabbed this somehow from somewhere. You have a combat robot.
Nice.
It's like this little box that I pull out, and hit a few keys on, hit a button,
Yeah.
throw it in the air, and it like transformers its ass out and lands in a hero landing in
Would
front
you-
of me to block me.
Would you
It is
prefer
still
it
tiny.
to be tall or short and wide?
Did it not specify that it was 2 feet?
It was 2 feet tall, humanoid.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was 2 feet.
okay.
It's 2 feet tall.
Design of token. Would you rather it be tall or wide?
Wide, so I can hide behind it.
Nice.
It's still tiny. Yellow or red?
Can it be pink?
I don't have a pink one. Actually, I do. Well, it's not pink, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
Nice.
2 foot tall combat robot appears. You throw a little Pokeball out the side of the car, and yeah, your level 6 2 foot tall combat robot appears. Brilliant. Yeah, that's your turn. Which it will then take its turn. You can tell me what it's doing, and make its rolls.
It's gonna target the one closest.
Say again.
It's gonna target the one closest to Bloodwind and shoot.
Okay, sure. This is the difference in their levels is 2. This is a difficulty 2 speed roll.
Let's see.
Excuse me?
Oh, am I doing it? Or
Yeah,
are you?
yeah, you're
Okay.
doing it. Yeah, difficulty 2 speed roll.
Okay.
You're rolling for your minion.
Yes.
Yes.
Go, little Glitterbot, go.
Glitter bot.
Oh no!
Damn
Come
it!
on.
I think it's the lethargy of being released. It warms up, creaks all of its joints, points an arm-mounted gun at the giant. I think it's because it's trying to miss Bloodwind. It also misses the bike that's near him, but it takes a shot. It sears its armor, and it's proportionally way too large for this robot's size. The sound of the boom that it makes as it fires at this thing. Yeah. Seymour, it's your turn. Well, Seymour and Hippo's turn.
So I just now realized that I have attack flourish,
Yes.
which is kind of a big deal because I forgot about it. Can I get over here, or is the car too damaged to travel that far?
To where? Sorry.
The blue ones.
Yes, you can get in range with them for sure.
Okay. Would identifying who the magic one is be a full action?
No, I think it's fairly trivial for you to know that the 2 marked in blue are doing bleed effects. I think this entire time, every time there's been an explosion, you have felt a ripple in the extra dimension that is the bleed.
Okay. And then what is this little icon next to the blue over here?
He is
He
currently
is
enthralled. Whittle is speaking to him.
Oh, well then I'm not going to ram him. Instead, I will try and ram this guy.
Okie dokie.
You said that was difficulty 5?
Difficulty 4. It was difficulty 5 on this guy.
I see.
Yeah.
Please go directly to hell. Thank you.
Success. Yep, you crunch into the vehicle and deal it the amount of damage that you dealt to the other one. So it goes down to... well, this one is weaker. This one will go down to that number, which I will not tell you.
Cool.
Yeah, you succeed.
I know Bloodwind is probably within short range. What about Super Murder Bot 5000?
In range of what?
A short range of me.
Yeah, you're in long range of the bike. You're in short range of all these, long range of these, short range of these, long range of these.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'll just
That
give
makes sense.
Bloodwind. Yeah, it does. I'm going to give Bloodwind advantage with my attack flourish. The audacity of the fact that I've chosen to crash into another vehicle gives you
you're
a point
limping along on broken tires. You're like, it's half slide, half skid as you crunch into this vehicle.
I feel feel like at the end of this fight, Dorothy's not going to want to be in the car you're driving anymore.
Well, I won't be driving a car at the end of this fight.
True, this is true.
Also, more importantly, I think the fact that I've been driving like this makes them think the VIP isn't in my car. So coincidentally, they haven't tried to bomb the inside of our car yet.
Fully, yes. That you dived head first, they don't think the VIP is in your car. I will just confirm that.
Well,
That's
listen.
So it's his fault I'm taking damage on success rolls. Thanks.
Well, listen.
It sure is. Yeah, okay. It is Hippocampus' turn. He has a major effect, but he is still looking down at his little electronic device, and Seymour, you still notice a little drone whizzing above your car.
That I'm so anxious and so angry.
That's Hippo's turn. On to the Bite turn. Bloodwin, the vehicle that you are engaged with, this one, is, like before, pull out looks like a pipe gun. And it's going to take a shot at you. Speed defense, difficulty 4.
4. Let's apply 1 effort to this roll. Armor speed cost adds to that, right? Cost.
Yes, yeah. If you apply effort to a speed defense, you add that's how many more points you lose. That's right.
Cool. But my edge will cancel that out. Got it.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes, you dodged that. And then
Nice.
you feel, once again, the prickling pressure on your joints as you feel... this time you feel like you're watching a fruit tree. You see it in summer, then you see it in autumn, and you see the fruit on its boughs. You see it wither and fall off, and then dissolve into the earth. And make an intellect roll, difficulty 4.
4. Cool. And I will drop 2 effort onto this one. Okay. Whew. I don't like these bleed people.
Success. Yeah, you once again you managed to shake it off. There's pressure on your skull, but you managed to shake it off. This bike yells, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!" And Seymour, these bikes come thrumming past you in a strafing run. If you could make a difficulty 5 and 2 difficulty 4 speed defense rolls for me, please.
Not only can I make them,
Mhm.
I'm going to succeed with only 20s.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Actually, before you do,
Uh-huh.
as this shot comes in and hits you, there is a crackle of energy, and the drone above you explodes, and your car takes no damage.
Oh.
See, he was
So what
only
you're saying is Hippocampus was trying to bomb us, but the stray bullet... No. Thank you, Hippocampus.
Yeah, his special ability, Shield Drone, was just used.
I guess.
Nice.
Whatever. Nerd. That's my first 4.
Oh!
Oh.
There's your 20.
And your next one
Hey.
is eased. The next one's easier. It's only difficulty 3
Okay.
as a result of your 20. There you are.
Cool,
Success.
cool, cool, cool.
You take no damage from all their shots. The first one would hit you, but instead impacts on a glittering energy field that feeds back into the drone and makes it explode. And I think it's your deft driving. You managed to maneuver and leave a trail of dust and cracked ice behind you from the machine gun shots.
Nice.
That's all of the bikes. So it is Whittle, Bloodwind, Cinch, and Cinch's robot can all go.
Super murder bot.
Perfect. Yeah, no, these bleed guys suck. Can my super murder bot target the back bleed dude?
Which one? This one or this one?
The one that's not enthralled.
Good call. It
Yeah.
certainly can. That is a difficulty 2 speed attack. It's firing its gun.
Alright. Go, go, go! Yeah! Oh!
Plus 3 damage.
Nice.
What?
Oh.
Bye bye, bad bike.
Yeah. That is exactly the amount of damage remaining on this bike. Tell me how your murder bot acquires and destroys this target in a single shot.
Murderbot runs like takes a charging run underneath Bloodwind and the lead bike and aims up and shoots right into the engine, watching it like explode.
Nice.
That's what it does.
Rule of cool, you rolled a 19, you get to absolutely you get to do that. It runs over and shoots into the bowels of this thing. The rider on top at the TV show, the rider on top, as the robot skids underneath him, looks at Seymour through the glass, like whimpers, goes, "Ah," and then is launched into the air by his bike exploding underneath him.
Literally zero sympathy, buddy. You did this to yourself.
Bloodwind, the strange kind of visions that are tickling at the back of your mind have stopped.
Great. Perfect.
Yeah, completely.
Excellent.
Seeing as doing the intelligent thing hasn't worked, I'm going to activate another new ability called Hand to Eye, which eases anything that uses manual dexterity for the next minute.
Cool, makes sense.
That costs me a speed. But that is an action, so that will be my turn.
Oh, cool. So it's like an aim.
Yeah, so for the next minute...
that lasts for a minute. Oh, yeah, that's 10 turns, so, 6 turns, so... yeah, cool. Take your action.
You do still have advantage from attack flourish next turn, but I'll just refresh it on you anyways, so...
Cool.
Yeah. Cinch, your go.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into the gunner's seat and take aim at the unenthralled dude by Bloodwind. And
cool. Yep.
okay. And he hasn't been attacked this turn, so opportunistic wouldn't work, right?
I don't think he's been attacked this turn. No.
Can I make the argument that he is emotionally distraught, ergo attacked? In that
He feels attacked by like watching his buddy blow up. So
I don't think so, but good try. This is your. His vehicle is a level higher than yours, so this is a difficulty 5 speed roll. The APCs are only level 3. The wise viewer might have been able to discern. Yeah, you hop on the mounted gun. I think it's your unfamiliarity with the controls. You launch a few into the ground before you manage to get it on target. We go to the top of the order, so Seymour and Hippo can go.
I look back. I'm assuming Dorothy hasn't caught a stray bullet and is dead, right? She's still okay.
Dorothy is fine. Yeah. Well, apart from
emotional scarring for the next decade.
Yeah.
Dorothy is
Yeah, and Cinch has the armor, right?
Cinch has the robot.
But the armor that you picked up earlier.
Oh yeah, the golden stag. I've got the chunky golden stag armor.
Dang it! All right, my wild play idea is not going to work here. Yeah, I guess I just get up into the vehicle's weapon and also try to shoot.
Sure.
Yeah, and it'll be this one because this one is not the enthralled one.
You are at immediate range, so that's going to be easier. I think you're at immediate range with all of these guys now that you crashed into this one.
How dare
Yeah,
you?
it's, difficulty 4 speed.
Okay. Guess who's no longer spending points? No, I should have spent
Oh
a point.
no! I think again, same as Sid, it's your unfamiliarity. You get on it and you're like, "What on earth is this thing?" It's like a
Yeah.
relic weapon. It's like one of us trying to use a Lee Enfield. You're like, you pop up and you're like, "Belt fed? What on?"
if
What on earth?
you'll permit me to, I think the other thing is I keep like shouting or like, yeah, I think I keep shouting down at Dorothy, and I'm like, listen, you're gonna get used to it. It all comes with practice.
Absolutely, yeah. Whiff your shot. Hippocampus is going to take some shots out of the window. Can you make 2 difficulty 5 speed rolls for me, please? Hippocampus leans out the window of the APC, takes out his 2 pistols, and takes some shots at the bike near Bloodwin.
Okay, and you said difficulty 5, right?
Difficulty 5, yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'm so upset. No! No! What are you?
Are you kidding me? That's 16
Oh my
damage.
god! Oh
That's-
my god!
That's yeah, Hippocampus leans out of the window, 1 shot knocks the driver off the bike, the second shot blows up the bike.
I'm so tilted. Hippocampus is stealing my 20s.
His weapons do 4 damage each. That's 16 damage total.
Jesus.
I will say I am very glad he started firing because when he was doing the shield drone thing, I was considering dropping him fall and just turning around and shooting him.
The APC might have blown up. It went for a shield drone, so you shut up.
Look, Whittle's just... Well, I don't quite understand why they chose yellow. I mean, I get that it's citrine or whatever, but I mean, I guess it has some sort of contrast with the rest of the planet, but I mean, it doesn't seem like the most practical thing to make a road out of.
Yeah. I think it's Bloodwind's turn. Oh no, you took your turn.
I took my turn last turn because.
Oh, we went back to the top. It's the bikes now. That was Hippo's turn. Right, sorry. Yeah. This bike goes, "Why won't you shut up?" This bike is going to turn on the combat robot and take some shots at it. I think these two are going to keep shooting at the easy target. Seymour, 2 speed 4 defense rolls for me, please.
Okay. I'm gonna use effort on these because these matter.
Yeah, I will warn you, if one of these hits you, the APC is destroyed.
Okay. Gonna spend a point of XP then. So we're gonna add 3 to the target number at the end. Doesn't matter because I got another 20.
Ooh.
Come on.
Yeah, next one's eased. Oh wait, sorry, that's both of them?
No, the first one was a failure, so I spent a point of XP to reroll.
Right, you rerolled. Yeah.
The
Next
second
one's
one.
eased. Cool. Yeah. Is it like some deft driving? You tell me.
Can we say Seymour is so bad, like he's looking down out of like the firing, like the turret area, and he's not paying attention. So he has one of his hands on like sort of the aiming mechanism, and he's like,
"Yeah,
no, listen, trust me. The tetanus, it all goes, or the." Yeah, I think he says the tetanus. That's not what he means, but the tetanus, it all goes away. And he's like turning the turret in a direction. And can it be that like the guy has the gun in his hand and like the like barrel of the turret like smacks the gun away, so he just shoots a nearby snowbank?
Sure, absolutely. You have rolled 5 20s and an 18 this session.
But
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
3 of them were Hippocampus.
No,
the-
they were me.
Hippocampus is the most effective agent we've ever had. On
I'm
the
so
computer.
tilted.
It's so far got near 100% 20s.
Hippocampus
Uh, this bike, Cinch, can you make a it's level 5 versus level 6, so it's actually more difficult. This is can you make a level 7? No, it's level 7 for him. Can you make a difficulty? Wait, no. How does this work? It's one more difficult. It's one more easy for you. Can you make a speed 4 roll for me, please?
Speed?
Yeah. It would be 5, but he is one level lower, so it becomes 4.
If I get a 20, can like the bullet bounce off him and hit the guy? Like,
Which guy? The enthralled guy?
oh,
Your robot takes a hit. It pings off the armor. It does very minor damage. The paint is a bit scratched.
Glitterbot.
Your robot is
Oh.
down to 16 of 18 HP.
Oh,
You have like a heads-up display, so you get to know.
excellent.
Over comms, I like tell everybody, and I'm like, I've got cuffs and a stun stick. We're keeping the enthralled one alive, right?
Yes. Yeah,
It's,
well,
So it's our turn now.
It's Whittle, Bloodwind, Cinch, and Cinch's robot to go.
Cool. I think Bloodwound's going to unsling the long rifle from their back and take a shot at Red Leader.
Yep, it's a difficulty 5 speed roll.
Eased by my hand to eye, I believe eased by the attack flourish from a couple of rounds back.
Yes.
Actually, not only that, because it does last for 2 turns, I'm going to go ahead and give Murderbot advantage as well. So Bloodwind has it here, and now Murderbot has it.
Yep, that's completely fair to me. Yep.
My attack is eased twice, so it becomes a difficulty 3. Let's make that and fortune rifle difficulty 3. This is speed based, so I will apply 1 effort to the attack roll.
Yeah, 4 damage. You crack into it. It takes some damage. You ping. There's like a spray of coolant that instantly freezes in the frozen air. Ironically, coolant freezing, but yeah, it actually it's quite pretty. It glitters, and the sun of Gome catches it just right, and it flickers into a rainbow before it falls to the earth.
Exactly as intended.
Yeah. Whittle, Cinch's robot.
Does Glitterbot have opportunistic as well, or is that just for me?
It's just for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glitterbot is going to take aim and shoot at Red Leader as well.
Sure. It is your level 6 is level 5, so this is speed attack difficulty 4. Unfortunate, yeah. Murder. Oh, it's
No.
eased.
Yes.
What?
It's eased because of attack flourish. That's a hit.
Yes. Woo! Go, Glitterbot!
Yeah.
Yay,
Um,
Glitterbot!
Yeah, Glitterbot takes aim and fires, and yeah, one of its engines blows out. It looks very, very damaged. It's hurt bad. It's smoking.
Right.
Yeah, and Cinch and Whittle.
Are you still enthralling Whittle?
I mean, I don't get what their whole thing was. I mean, I know that someone had to stay behind, but why did they pick those people in particular? Especially if one of the automatons doesn't even have a functioning brain. I mean, I guess that does kind of make sense because then they needed someone to fix it, and since they need someone to fix it, they needed to go to Automacon in the first place. But I mean, it would probably make sense to have someone there. I mean, they did leave their leader there with only those people to protect them. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense now, does it?
And for my turn, I am going to go after Red Leader with the mounted car gun.
weapon.
Yeah.
Yep. This is going to be a This would be a really bad shot. I would recommend that you do something else.
Fine. Fine. What can I do?
Just friendly GM hint. Your car is level 3. His bike is level 5. This would be a really hard shot for you.
Okay.
Ironically, easier to just shoot at yourself.
I'm not gonna do that. Trying to think of something useful. Can I
You
hack
could-
into one of their speeders and try to shut down the weapons on it? Just use hack the
Ooh.
impossible.
You can use Hack the Impossible. Yep.
Hack the impossible.
It comes in handy.
Spend
Alright, well-
your 3 intellect points, and which one are you hacking?
Red
I'm
leader
sorry.
is already like kind of down, so we'll go with red leader adjacent. No, red leader does the most damage, even if he's like half smoking, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, so we're gonna hack the impossible on red leader and shut down his weapons.
Cool. Yeah, tell us what it looks like. You bring up your.
Yeah, I give up on shooting. I can't figure out this goddamn gun to save my life. I'm just gonna duck down fast, pull out my wrist computer, and just feverishly type. And you see the screen, and my digital screen just kind of pops up, and I sort of find the signal because I've already hacked into their system at one point, and just interrupt the electronic mechanisms between their computer and the weapon system.
Yep, you see the golden armored figure sat on the bike, pull the triggers, and then look down very confused, punch the top of it, trying to give some percussive maintenance. Top of the order, Seymour and Hippo.
Yeah, I guess I go back down, and out of the thoroughly ruined front windshield, just try and put a sniper rifle bullet between this guy's face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or wait, a sniper rifle is because it's too close range? How are we doing this?
So you are within short range. It'd be just a normal shot, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just be difficulty 5. Unless it specifies it's hindered at short range, but I don't think it is.
Let me double check real fast, so that way I'm not cheating. No.
Yeah, you're good.
Still difficulty 5, eh?
Yep.
What is this guy made out of? Adamantine?
Just because he's hurt doesn't mean he gets any easier to punch.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, get wrecked, nerd.
Oh, I assume you'd like to take the +3 damage.
For the minor effect, I'd like it to start raining meatballs. No, I'd like it to die, please.
Yeah, you can tell me what it looks like.
Okay. Fully what happens is I'm just like, and another thing, Dorothy, really, you just gotta accept that death is a part of life. Actually, hold this thought. And I climb down out of the turret. I just lean out the front window because I imagine it's done that thing that automotive glass does where it starts crumbling into pieces.
Yes. Yeah, safety glass, yeah.
Yeah, and I just lean out the side and I'm like, listen, Dorothy, if you don't stand up for yourself, no one's going to take you seriously. And then I just shoot him without looking.
Oh, yeah,
it's
super casual. Yeah, he's sauntering shot. It's a flourish of an attack, you might say.
Yeah, I am going to give Murderbot advantage again.
Absolutely. Yeah. The bike fully. I think the bike fully nose plants into the ice and skids along, and then falls over and smushes its rider underneath it as it falls at an overhand.
Just to clarify, that bike is not destroyed, correct?
It's very damaged, but it is not destroyed.
Good. Just wanted to be certain.
Yep. You are cheeky, but yes, it is not destroyed.
Well, you did explicitly have what's his face, Seahorsey, waste his second crit on blowing up the bike, and I was like, I'm watching you, you rapscallion.
You're so distrustful of this NPC.
Oh, listen, you.
Honestly, I don't know what I could possibly have done to make you suspicious of an NPC.
He's wearing a long leather duster, and instead of one revolver, he has two. Very cool.
He has pistols, not revolvers. I didn't say revolvers. Yeah, so for their turn, these bikes are going to run as fast as they can. They are going to turn and flee. And anyone who wants to can get. I'm assuming that you're going to keep this guy enthralled, Whittle.
Whittle?
I'm trying to think of like a
Tell you
continuation.
what, I'll leave that with you. Anyone who wants to of Cinch's robot or Bloodwind can take shots on these two before they leave the scene. You can get like a parting shot on them before they run.
Oh, don't worry. Bob will take a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Difficulty 4. You can tell me if you're shooting at top or bottom.
Eased by hand to eye to difficulty 3.
Yep.
I'm shooting the top one.
Sure. Yep.
And why not? I will dump a effort into the attack roll.
Nice.
Absolutely. You get a parting shot. It is damaged, but we will see if it takes enough damage. Cinch's robot, you can go.
Okay. I'll aim for the same one that Bloodwind did, and
Sure.
it's a speed roll. It's still the same difficulty.
What are you using to shoot?
My sniper, right? My robot.
Your sniper.
My sniper robot. My glitterbot has a sniper rifle.
Wait, hang on. Are you going or is your robot going?
My robot's going.
Your robot's going. Okay,
Yeah.
It has attack flourish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's eased. It is level 6. These are level 4. So it is difficulty 2, then attack flourish. A difficulty 1 speed roll, please.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Go! You gotta be kidding me!
No. Unfortunately, that's the robot's turn, so no one gets any XP. Oh, what a shame.
You're a jerk. You're enjoying that way too much.
Damn.
Now, can I make
the
the
robot
argument?
gets 2 XP?
Damn. Can I make the argument that because they are in long range here, that we still have another round of sniper rifles?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Sweet.
Cinch has a turn. Yeah, share one with Hippocampus. Yeah, the robot gets one and it shares it with Hippo.
I will fucking kill both of them and suck the XP out of their bones. Do not test me.
You leave my glitterbot alone.
Cinch, you have a turn.
Can I want to use Hack the Impossible again.
Sure. What would you like to do with Hack the Impossible?
I would like to make one of them crash really hard into the other.
I don't think that's something you can just do like with the other one. I think this is going to be a roll. A difficulty 4 intellect roll.
Okay. Because one of does my computer make it difficulty 3?
I think your computer programming skill makes it difficulty 3.
Okay.
I don't think your computer inherently does, no.
Difficulty 3, and I'm going to do 1. Yes, 1.
1 effort.
1 effort.
Oh, well,
shit!
you do gain an XP now. There you go.
I don't even understand why you're enjoying my pain.
You can give an XP to someone else. Might I suggest Hippocampus?
I am so tempted to give it to my robot.
Your robot will unfortunately die in 5 hours' time.
Okay, well, 5 hours. I don't think anyone's given one to Whittle. No, yeah. Who needs it is my question, I guess.
Everyone got 1 XP earlier, so
Yeah.
Okay.
whoever.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Space Cowboy. You can have it.
Yeah.
Seymour. Rolls
Seymour
20 for Hippocampus.
No.
I think he tried to hack. I think the signal drops. I think they're so far away that like you get the 3 bars, then 2 bars, then 1 bar, and like just as you hit enter on the command, it flickers and you've lost signal with the bike.
Okay.
And yeah, you will. Seymour and Hippo can go before the bikes take their turn and disappear.
Let me think. No, I really don't have any other maneuvers to do here, so
You've run out
I'm just
of
gonna...
rogue bonus actions.
Yeah, basically. I'm just gonna try and shoot him with my sniper rifle, I guess.
Yeah.
Difficulty 4?
Yep, difficulty 4.
20.
Gonna put
20.
Nah.
Yay!
Success.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a normal hit.
It's a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
Are you trained with heavy weapons?
I am trained with this specific heavy weapon.
Oh, right.
I had to spend XP
You
on
spent
it.
XP, right? Yes. Note that in your skills.
Okay.
That you're trained with your specific sniper.
With my luminous rose. Blech. Children of the Vein, if you're listening, I'm coming for you. Name your gun something normal, like sniper rifle, not luminous rose.
I'm pretty sure I came up with that on the spot, so you're just insulting me. But that's okay. It is based on their naming convention.
You too.
Yep, you hit, you do some damage. It takes that much damage. It is on that much HP. Hippo gets to go. He is shooting with his pistols at very long range, so it's going to be more difficult. You make, and it's firing twice, so it's more difficult again. Can you make 2 difficulty 6 speed rolls for me, please?
Okay, well, at least there's some justice in the world.
He fully whiffs his shots. One is so bad that it threatens to hit you. It puffs into the ice somewhere over here, and the second one puffs into the ice somewhere here. It's like maybe.
You sure Hippo can't spend that XP he got given by?
The bikes take their turn. They run off. This guy is still enthralled by Whittle's charms.
Are we out of combat
Honestly,
then? Or...
You golden staglet are so rude, honestly. Quite frankly, you need to get it down off your high horses, all of you. Shut up this, shut up that. I mean, quite frankly, you should be grateful I'm even speaking to the likes of you. You're so... honestly, just... One day I'll have a conversation with somebody and they'll actually be properly engaged, unlike you British folk. And I like to imagine that as I'm talking, like the shadow of Glitterbot just appears behind him.
You are out of combat. He's enthralled. Although if he takes damage, he will no longer be enthralled.
This is true.
If that's the case, I'll restrain him first.
He can still take action to struggle, but just for the sake of time, this will happen. It's a question of when, not if, you do this. So, you managed to get him off his bike, and you note now that you are standing still with him in handcuffs and not zooming around. You note that his golden chest plate. It's a monkey motif. Like all golden stags, he has animal on the chest plate, and his is a monkey.
Do I know properly whether or not they have to be able to speak to affect the bleed?
You don't have to speak to use the bleed, no.
Can I use my understanding magic to see if there's a way for me to stop him from accessing it, or
Make an intellect roll, difficulty 4.
intellect difficulty 4? Understanding magic eases that?
Yes.
Cool. When's the last time I've ever used intellect? I'm just gonna spend 2 points for effort.
It's weird because most characters use only intellect.
Yep.
Yeah, well, not this guy.
Well, a lot of them do. Not everyone.
So I'm getting 3 effort, 2 from pushing myself, and 1 from my understanding magic skill. Jesus.
Yeah, from this success, I think you're able to identify very specifically that the bleed cannot be categorized. However, humans always do, right? You are able to determine from context clues that presumably everyone goes, "Whoa, do you see that?" And yeah, inside our vehicle is blowing up, and you can like associate. You are able to understand that this bleed user was using the ability Shatter, which causes a small mundane item made of consistent material to explode and deal damage. It's a telekinetic ability. You know that this is likely a telekinetic focus. You don't know if they have any other skill in other disciplines, but you have seen them use only telekinesis.
So arguably he would need to see... No, he doesn't need to see because he was exploding the inside of the car.
You could see into the car, right?
Yeah,
To choose a consistent material, or else how are you going to target it?
We'll say that looking at him, he looks exhausted, beat, drawn out, gone, like he needs a good meal.
Okay. I'm still going to blindfold him anyways for the intimidation factor and because I'm a power top. And then I'm going to go ahead and, kick him off the bike so he's on the ground. And then number 1 priority is getting Dorothy into the good APC.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
I go get Dorothy.
Oh no, go for it. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I just go and I get Dorothy.
So as you look towards the good APC, you see Hippo blow the smoke from his 2 pistols, spin them in the trigger around his fingers, and then holster them.
I give him a middle finger. And then I go, no, I don't actually. I probably give him an up nod or something respectful or whatever. And then I go into the back of my APC. Dorothy.
Yes. Is it gone? Is it over?
Good news. They're all gone. Better news. Found my cheap whiskey.
And I hand her like a bottle of like the cheap stuff. And I'm like,
you already pre-gamed before you went to the convention. You're good to go, girl.
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
What?
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
No, I thought your town was called Rainbow.
No, Rainbow's where we're going.
What?
I'm from Kansas.
What? Anyways, I can't hear you from all the loud explosions and gunfire and stuff. Let's get you into the APC. And I start pushing her slightly now.
Yeah, you all get into the good APC.
No, she gets into the
bike.
Oh, she gets in the good APC. Sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, there's this bike that is undamaged but is lower tech level, and then there's this bike which is higher tech level but damaged. Which one do you take, Cinch?
I want the undamaged one.
Okay, cool. I take the damaged but better quality one.
Wait. You are able to determine now that you are in possession of the bike that it is on 3 HP of 15.
Fuck. Wow, I really hurt them, huh?
Yeah.
Whittle is gonna make Hippo drive and get in the back with Dorothy and enthrall her to attempt to distract her from the potential trauma she's just been through.
Now that you have a chance to look around, I will, behind the scenes, let you know this APC is on 2 HP of 9.
Nice. This
APC is on 7 HP of 9.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
They never expect the tank to be the princess.
Yeah. The princess is in another APC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we hover bike off into the sunset.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with your prisoner?
So first off, I do want to scavenge their bodies. We'll handle what that looks like later.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess I'll throw the prisoner on the back of my bike, and then if I feel them like wake up or start moving around, I just like shout to them. I'm like, "Yeah, if you do any weird mind bullshit, I'm just gonna toss you off the bike, and you're gonna die from the impact."
I
I like
will.
other option. Can we just like strip him down and leave him out here to freeze and take his armor to sell it? Because guys, we're only getting 300 each for this part of the job.
Yeah, we
600.
600.
Huh?
Well,
For
600.
this part of the job, we gotta get her back still. The other 3.
No, it's okay. We've murdered basically everyone on this planet, so it's fine.
Yeah, there aren't enough people alive to come back after her. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody has been murdered. Cal, I'm looking at you through the internet.
My hands are up. I don't know what you want.
Like I'm gonna put it out there. Why don't we just like take his armor and leave him out here in the cold? Like what's the best course of action of taking him?
I'm
we have
sure
to
the
kill him
authorities will overlook a little bit of leaving a prisoner to die.
Yeah, Cinch, I've got some debts to pay, and you know.
The armor. You can take the armor. I mean, like I'm taking the bike.
Yeah, well, I used to be a bit of a guy who did some things that might have involved working with some other guys. You know how it goes.
Well, at the very least, if we could take the armor and take him in anyway, and if we do take him in, it could potentially give the authorities the chance to catch some of his friends if he ends up giving up information, which means less likely for them to come after us when we're going back.
Also, there may be a bounty.
Oh, I was thinking about selling him to some people who partake of particular meat products, but no, that's fair. Let's go.
This is why I'm like Cinch just like looks at Seymour like this is why I'm a vegetarian.
I think we all load up onto our various vehicles. We ride off to the town of Rainbow, take the shuttle to over the Rainbow to Automacon. Everyone gets 600 howl for a job well done. And then in our Discord channel, I will send some additional loot that you get from scavenging all of these guys once I've gone through and worked it out.
Sweet.
Yeah, as the end of our episode, I think we get a montage of a delighted Dorothy going through various Automacon attractions next to an equally delighted Cinch and a disgruntled Seymour.
I'm so angry.
Oh, did Dorothy get a T-shirt too? Matching T-shirts. Come on.
Sure, Dorothy can have a T-shirt.
I'll partake in the matching T-shirts.
I think we see Hippocampus sat on a dunk tank, and with a laser carbine shooting range to dunk him. We just get a montage of Automacon events and a happy Dorothy as we get the credits roll.
If Hippocampus is on a dunk tank, it's sat on a dunk tank. Do we see Seymour shooting and missing that target?
And missing? No!
7 times.
Oh, let the glitter bot get it the first time after Seymour.
Oh,
No.
by the time you get up to Automacon, I'm afraid Glitterbot powers down.
Aww, wasn't 6 hours out.
Okay, we get a shot of Automacon on like a a carousel on like one of the horses that bounces up and down.
Yeah.
And we see the pure joy on this robot's eyes as it powers down on the carousel. It's brief life, brilliant and enjoyable and fantastic.
We just murdered 5 people, and the saddest thing about this evening has been that Glitterbot depowered. How dare you?
Yeah, we
did not murder. We self-defended, and 2 of them escaped. Like, come on. We killed 3 and turned 1 into hot dogs. Apparently.
Well, listen.
We get the credits start to roll. We see GM Tristan. We see all the characters. We see the Golden Stags. And as an after-credit scene, the camera goes black as with the credits, and it fades up, and it does the thing where like the camera is moving downwards, and it looks like we're moving between layers. We see ice. We enter into an ice cave, and we see a 7-foot tall golden armored figure, and on his chest, where his minions have the icons of various monkeys on their chest plate, the icon on this golden chest plate is like a silverback, a huge, powerful gorilla face stares back from the chest plate of this warrior, and he listens to the report, crunches his fist into the side of one of the Golden Stag riders, then turns to leave this ice cave. He puts his hand on the wall and then hisses, drawing his hand back as if it was burnt. And we end on that.